both of their positions don't look permanent.
I mean, I guess he's right. He's like, why should I be in the same room as you if we're just going to be on our phones?
But he is now like sitting in a chair in the room on his phone. But maybe they're doing role play. Maybe he has to text her like, "Hey, want to come over and fuck or something?"
Tell them how they can connect.
Yeah.
Talk dirty to me.
She won't come in the room until he swipes her on Tinder.
You got to find me.
It's got to be a thing, yeah.
I made a new account. You got to find me and swipe. Then we can go back and forth for a while.
You got to guess her username.
I'm not just coming over. You got to take me out for a drink first, and then you can talk me into not going out for a drink. And
this guy's going to have to get redressed completely. This guy's the worst.
How many people rise and think, oh good, a stranger's body's still here, our arrangement hasn't changed. Now I've got a lifetime to consider all the ways I grow more disappointing to you as my beauty warps and fades. And I suspect you feel the same. Man, when I was young, I dreamt of a passionate obligation to a roommate. Is this the part where I get all I ever wanted? Who said that? Can I get my money back? Just a little bored in the USA. Oh, just a little bored in the USA. Save me, white Jesus, bored in the USA. Fuck. And they gave me a useless education and a subprime loan and a craftsman home. Keep my prescriptions filled, and now I can't get on, but I can kind of deal. Bored in the USA. Oh, just a little bored in the USA. Save me, President Jesus, I'm bored in the USA. Wait, how did it happen? Bored in the USA. Oh,
welcome to This Is Not Happening. I'm your host, Ari Shaffir, and tonight, the stories are all about music. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank. I'm Ari Shaffir. I'm going to be in Seattle, June 21st, at the Crocodile. June 21st, Seattle. And then I'll be in Los Angeles, June 23rd, at the Comedy Store main room, back to where it all began, where I used to sit people hoping they would give me tips. I probably made $40 in tips total. June 23rd, Thursday at the Comedy Store. Come out to that. I'll be doing my hour, both places. Okay. On today's episode, Big Jay Oakerson is joining me. What an interesting podcast we have. By the way, this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. You guys, Skeptic Tank is supported by Squarespace. It's the simplest way to capture your passion with a beautiful website. Listen, you guys, it's a website building tool. If you ever wanted to build a website for anything, for something ridiculous, if you're, let's say you're a high school bully and you want to bully another student, why not make a website devoted to it? You know, why take it to Facebook where they can take you down? Go outside of their bounds. Let's say you want to build a website to, sell those quarters, from that we thought were going to be valuable for a while, the ones with different states on them. So you want to sell those for 30 cents a piece plus shipping. Squarespace is your answer. Go to squarespace.com/Ari. Start your free trial today. Squarespace.com/Ari. Seriously, guys, it's a super easy way to build a website. I've built them on there before. It's just drag and drop. It's fucking easy as shit. So if you want to build a website, and if you're thinking at all of it, if you don't have one, you're living in fucking the day before yesterday. So build your website, and the easiest way to do that is squarespace.com/Ari. Start your free trial. It's cheap. It's easy. Boom. Enough said. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this podcast about garbage music. You guys, I just got back from Bonnaroo. What fun. What amazing fun it is. It's like sleepaway camp for young adults. Not teenagers. I mean young adults. For sure, I was one of the oldest people there, but obviously, you guys know me. I don't act my age in any way. So last year, I went to the festival, and the comedy department from Bonnaroo, that's definitely not the right word for it, they got us a hotel in Murfreesbury. It's 40 minutes away. And they would give us a shuttle back. Every 3-4 hours, we'd get a shuttle back. And that sucked because you had to be on their time. Hey, shuttle's at 11 o'clock. You want to go on it? Next one's at 2:15. And you're like, what if I want to leave at 12:30? It was lame. It was lame. And what if 3:15 came around, or whenever the next one was, 12:30 or whatever it was, you're ready to go. You're like, I'm dead tired. I want to go to sleep. You're still 40 minutes away from the fucking hotel. And it's a camping festival. Everyone's there camping. Man, it's the best place to be social. So my thought this year was, let's stay on campus. Let's camp. Now, obviously, all my friends are pussies, and they're not going to fucking camp. Big J is a giant priss. I invited him. He said he was going to go, and he pulled out. Said he got a gig in Miami. Big J, by the way, has his new special this Friday night, 0617, 11:59 p.m. on Friday night, 11 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Mountain. You know how it goes. Big J, it's his first hour-long special. It's on Comedy Central. Make sure to DVR it. Why don't you click DVR right now if you're there? It's on the fucking available to record. Record it, you guys. He's one of the best in the business. I'm not joking or exaggerating in any way. Big Jay Oakerson is one of the best comedians working today. And he did his special. I was there. I came back early from Vancouver. Had to skip Seattle trip that time so I could go watch his special. I was trying to learn how to direct a special. I'm trying to direct specials eventually. And he killed, and it looks so fucking cool. Jeff Tomzik, the guy who directs This Is Not Happening for me, he directed Jay's special. You will see that during the opening, how cool it is. So set your DVRs to midnight Friday night, 11 o'clock Central. And set it for a couple minutes longer, because you know how that shit works. You don't want to miss a closer. He killed, too. He's so funny and dirty. He's dirty funny. Anyway, Big J likes garbage music. He likes bands like, let me think who it is. I mean, the one I always make fun of him with is Avenged Sevenfold, but Avenged Sevenfold, Korn, Hatebreed, System of a Down, Tool. And I know you're going to say, some of those bands are good. Yeah, some of them are good for garbage music. The type of people that garbage people, when they go out to listen to music, that's their music. Korn, Papa Roach. You know what I'm talking about? Bands like that. They don't sing, they scream. you know, and there's some better that are better. Yeah, I like System of a Down. I like that Armenian influence. Probably the only thing I liked about Armenians is System of a Down. 311's a different kind of garbage music. That's not the kind of garbage music we're talking about. Yeah. So I set out to talk about that. Instead, we got into this thing where we did it on our friend Wayne's roof, and we just started peeping Tom people. There's this couple we try to look at trying to have sex. If you can go, I mean, I will look in a window at somebody just eating dinner for 2 hours. Like nobody does that for 2 hours, but I'll just stare at you. I'm a voyeur. I'll turn the lights off in my place and I'll just stare. I like looking at people, and that's what we did. And we came across a fucking couple gems in the windows. So we talked about this garbage music as we did some peeping Tom stuff, and the peeping Tom stuff eventually became bigger than the topic. So we sort of like fell away from the topic a little bit. No big deal. No big deal. By the way, last month, May, for Skeptic Tank, most downloads I've ever had. So thank you guys. Fucking, we all did it. We don't get anything out of it, but we all did it. Most downloads ever. Pretty cool. Been doing this for 4 or 5 years. Most downloads ever that month. And this month is on pace already. So I went to Bonnaroo, and I listened to everything except garbage music. Man, what a festival. It really is. I mean, I think camping is the way to go. You end up just like, you get these pods, okay? So there's pods 1 through 9, I think. And it's just a bunch of people pulling up cars and making tents together. There's these like huts, really. They put shit in them. They have fun. People have drinking contests. So much drugs. So much drugs. This year I got an RV. I got taken up there on Wednesday. The guy wouldn't let me have it. He took me up there on Wednesday. And Soda was going to come on Friday. So Wednesday night we got there late, like 2 a.m. I just went to sleep. I was going to find drugs that night, but the guy I was going to get from, he was going to sleep, and I didn't know how to walk all the way across Centeroo, all the way over there to find him. So got him the next day. Let's go. And by the way, that guy, you know who you are. You made a bunch of comedians festival. I'm not going to say your name. It'd be nice. Say it starts with a J. All the comics were able to do mushrooms, Molly, acid, weed, all because of the generousness of this guy. Fucking thoughtfully said, Ari, you're going to be there with comedians. You want me to sell you some drugs? Yes, I do want you to sell me some drugs. And he did. Anyway, they have all these huts, and they put them all together, and people just have fun. My friend had a Tour de Francia, where they had 4 boxes of Franzia, and they had teams, and they had to finish their box first. Just fun times. Just fun times. I met people. I made friends. I saw some amazing music. Listen, I've never gotten the Grateful Dead before. I've never gotten the Grateful Dead. But when Renazizi came on Sunday, the guy had to take his goddamn RV back on Sunday. I was like, no, I have it saved till Monday. And he goes, well, no, I need it back Sunday. I'm like, but the festival's over Sunday night at midnight. So we're planning on staying there Sunday night. My friend is coming in Sunday at like 3 or 4 p.m. just to do this. And he goes, well, it's that or nothing. That's the problem with Airbnb. They can just cancel on you last minute. I got an RV on Airbnb. It was cheap as shit, but then this problem happened. Also, the fucking tank filled up, so I couldn't really pee for 2 days. I had to fucking empty it. That guy's got to pay me back. I got to call that guy. Anyway, so we took it Sunday night. So me and Renazizi, we just bought a tent. We slept in the RV area in a tent. Totally fine. It's beautiful out there at night in Tennessee. You guys, if you are right now between the ages of 16 and 28, if you're going to be 17 or 29 next year, anywhere between that, you should be going to Bonnaroo. You should be doing crazy amounts of drugs. You should be meeting friends. It's an enlightening experience. I mean, everyone is just together. I got told about Bonnaroo by a woman, Sarah or something maybe, in Dallas. We hooked up. I lost a condom inside of her. I tried to look for it in the sheets afterwards because it came off during sex. I figured it just came off, somewhere. And then, after the sex, I was like, oh, fuck, I got to find that condom. I don't know where it is. And I'm looking for it. I can't find it. I'm thinking it's in the bedspread somewhere. She's off taking a shower. I'm frantically looking for it, trying to solve this Scooby-Doo case. And then from the shower, I just hear her going, "What the? Ew." Mystery solved. Inside of her fell off. That's what you get for having sex with a half boner. What was I going to say? Oh, she told me about Bonnaroo. She said she went. It was an amazing time. This is probably 10, 12 years ago. It was probably 2, 3, 4 years in a Bonnaroo. And she was right. It's gotten bigger and bigger and more corporate. It's kind of turning over a little bit, the way Coachella is too fucking, corporate, where it's bigger than ever, but it's like, shittier than ever for the cool people. It might be becoming like that. Live Nation just bought it. I heard there was a lot more arrests this year, but in terms of taking drugs, it's the safest place to do them. Psychedelics, acid, mushrooms, what's going to happen? So you leave your RV area, you go into Centeroo where all the bands are. Let's say you just pass out in the middle, you just want to fall asleep under a tree, then just fall asleep under a tree. No one's going to bother you. Occasionally someone will come by, you okay, and just give them a fucking thumbs up, and they'll leave you alone. People sleep there all the time. You're outside already. You can wander, there's no trouble you can get into. You're around people who, if you fall and hit your head, some security guy will come help you. And everyone else cares about each other. There's high fives everywhere. You're just in a good mood. You're just in such a good mood. And the air is clean. It's dusty, but the air is clean. And it's beautiful at night. It's 95 in the day, but you can stick your head under a fountain, and you can just say hi to people, squirt you with water, and you say thank you. Everyone's so pleasant. So if you do, somebody smashed their head on a table and fell down, and everyone's like, "Oh, we got to get help," and they all just ran for help. I didn't understand. I didn't understand the good vibe, take care of your brother situation there. Everyone's just nice to each other. So I tried getting a bunch of comedians to do mushrooms one night, and they didn't want to do it. Soder did it. Soder had his Bonnaroo over. Wait, Bonnaroo over? Bonnaroo. And he loved it. If you wander off and get lost, you're not in any danger. No one's going to do anything to you. They'll just give you a bed or a cot, or they'll tell you, "Get out of my cot. Go lie on the floor next to my cot." There's just no problems. People are selling acid and mushrooms and weed, and I'm sure there's some coke around, but I barely saw it. And there's alcohol, but there's no fights. There's no fights. It's amazing. And the lineup was good this year. It wasn't the best, but the daytime bands were amazing. Father John Misty was great. LCD Sound System. Okay, I asked my friends, Sam and Eric. They love LCD Sound System. It was like their favorite band for a while. I never really knew about him. And Eric was like, "Yeah, take mushrooms for that." But I'm like, "But I'm taking mushrooms the next day for Pearl Jam because Soder wants to." And he goes, "Oh, okay, well then just take Molly." Like, really? He goes, "Yeah, it's a Molly band." And it is a Molly band. It's like the halfway in between EDM and fucking alternative rock. It's right in the middle. They play happy, upbeat music you can fucking dance to. And you will dance to it if you're on Molly. We got the perfect fucking spot right in the sound booth, right up against the cage. And then behind us there was nobody. So we could be up there fucking jamming, watching the lights and going crazy. And then you step one step back, you dance up and down. Dude, I've never danced so fucking much in my life. As you go to the bathroom, you're just dancing your way to the bathroom. When you hear that much music for 4 days, you can't help it. You can't help but dance. And Pearl Jam was so-so. They gave a lot of speeches. He fucking made everybody sing a song to his daughter. Hey, dude, you're used to playing Pearl Jam crowds. This is not a Pearl Jam crowd. This is just a Bonnaroo crowd. I don't know who your fucking daughter is. I don't want to sing her happy birthday. You mentioned 4 times it's her fucking birthday. We don't know her, man. Rock. Just rock. That's what Alabama Shakes did last year. That's what LCD Sound System this year. That's what they did. They made new fans out of people. God, they were good. And here's the deal. So, Dead and Company, I had Mike Fenoya on this podcast talking about them. I still wasn't convinced, and Mark Maron's a big Dead fan, and I just wasn't. It's a jam band, man. It's just it's a jam band. It's not my thing. But when you're on mushrooms, as Renazisi and I were, and you sit there, and you're just lying on your back, staring up at the clouds and the stars, and the occasional one of those torch, those lamp floater things. You know what I'm talking about? It's like you light it. Well, I found it in Thailand for the first time. Me and Pete C were there on the beach, and you light it, and it fills up a balloon with this fire. It's got a little coil on it. So the fire makes the hot air. It makes it rise up in the air. So it just looks like a star rising into the air. You've seen them, those lanterns. Sometimes they set off like 200 at the same time. So people would set those off and you just watch it. And there's a 22-minute long song. And you get, on mushrooms, you get completely lost in your thoughts. Everything goes away in the world. And they just jam you into this place, into this amazing place. And say what you want about John Mayer. I really don't know that kind of music well enough, that pop music that he does well enough to know what he's like. You know, I've seen him around with Jeff Ross a few times. He seems like an okay person. I've heard things that way. I've heard the opposite. I don't know him. But he shreds on guitar. I mean, he wails on guitar. Just as free. I mean, they just jammed, and it was just great. It's just a warm Tennessee night. You know, 68 degrees, jeans and a t-shirt, or more likely, jeans and no t-shirt. My guns were out for so long. You guys, I know I'm a pretty strong proponent of sun's out, guns out. But something else you should know about me. Just because the sun is not out, that does not necessarily mean that the guns cannot also be out. It's clause 2-C, which states sun's out, guns out. But, oh, I already said it, I guess. What a good time, you guys. What a good time. I just loved it. I loved the fresh air, and it was just like, I know I'm going back to New York, but in the meantime, let me really enjoy this. And I really did. I want to go back again next year. Maybe go camping. Maybe go in the camp area and not in a fucking RV area. RV was nice, the air conditioning, the shower. It was very, very nice. But the social scene in pod 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. I didn't see pod 8. It's just this community. Man, these camping festivals, you guys, find one. Find one before the summer's over and do it. They're all over. They're all over. Music festivals are fine, but the camping music festivals, it's just community. It's just all these people getting together, and Boundary might be an abnormality, how positive everything is, but it's just a bunch of people want to hear some music, take some drugs for the first time. I made a friend there, and she said she gave her cousin acid for the first time, and then just said, go fun, go enjoy yourself. There's no danger there. There's no danger. It's all great. What a great place to do some enlightening of yourself. And I met a guy who told me, I didn't like podcast with anybody this year, but I met a guy, I was going to podcast with Dan after one night of Molly and then another night of mushrooms and a little Molly. I was going to do a podcast that night, like afterwards, and say like, all right, what do you think about all this? And but you know what? He was tired and worn out from all of it. Should have probably done it right the morning after the Molly. Anyway, I talked to a guy. Do you guys know what Jedi flipping is? Okay, there's hippie flip and there's candy flip. I forget which one's which. I think candy flip, although this doesn't sound right, is mushrooms and Molly. That sounds more like a hippie flip. And the other one, whichever that one is acid and Molly. Hippie flip. Oh, it's a ninth one. Hippie flip. Those hippie flips take mushrooms and MDMA. Candy flipping is LSD and MDMA. Yeah, okay. My thoughts were right. I didn't get it right, but I was thinking the right way. Jedi flipping, mushrooms, MDMA, and acid. Mushrooms, acid. Although I did that last year, I just didn't mix it with Molly. I did it last year for Billy Joel. Ooh, right? I did some mushrooms. They didn't kick in, so I was like, well, I don't want to take way more mushrooms and wait for them to kick in. No, I did acid first. Wasn't feeling like it was kicking in, so then I took the mushrooms because I was like, if I do more acid, that might be too much acid. So like, then they all kicked in together and fucking wonderful. But he said with all those things, Molly, mushrooms, and acid, he goes, it's called Jedi flipping because you see the Force. Stupid. Here's what the cool thing about Molly, mixing Molly with acid or Molly with mushrooms. seems like the only negative you could have on acid or mushrooms is that you'll start going down a dark road with your thoughts. By the way, Shroomfest is July 16th through the 18th. To participate, find mushrooms now and do them on July 16th, 17th, or 18th, anywhere in the world. That's where it takes place. So the only bad thing that can happen is your mind can start wandering down, like going, ugh, and taking bad thoughts. But what the Molly does, what the MDMA does, is it kind of like volleyballs it back up, your thoughts. It's like a beach ball. Imagine a beach ball coming down and then somebody or a balloon, and somebody just like kind of popping it back up, not popping it, but like hitting it back up into the air. So then it's like floats up in the air for a little while, then slowly comes down. And it's a bad trip is when it gets below the level of people in a crowd, but somebody keeps popping it up. Keeps punching it up into the air, so it floats up into the air for a little while again, then slowly comes back down. So that's what the Molly does. The MDMA just keeps beach balling that thing, the thoughts back up into the air. And if they're positive, they stay positive, all the better. If they start getting negative, Molly will help you. It's not a bad idea if you're scared. Either way, me and Renzies did the mushrooms, and we didn't have any Molly with it. They were wonderful. Lord Huron, we saw Lord Huron for a little while. He was really good. We kept thinking it was the Grateful Dead, and we're like, wow, they've really changed their sound. You guys, let's start the episode. I don't know what else to say about it, but I will tell you this. I was going to play a bunch of garbage music for this episode, and now I'm not going to. I saw too much good music. I missed a lot of good music, too. Trying to corral people to get out there. I missed a lot of good bands. I missed Nathaniel Rateliff, The Night Sweats I was upset about. I missed Churches. I missed Tame Impala from my show. Oh my God, my show! Oh my God, you guys. So I did a guerrilla show in Bonnaroo. I wasn't on the lineup. Wasn't part of the festival. I got an RV, and I asked Rocky. I asked the woman who runs comedy. I was like, I want to do a secret show. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I want to do something in the tents or late night at the my thought was just to open up the comedy tent at like 2 a.m. Because I passed by it last year on our way to get more waters, and I was like, it's open. Why don't we just like fully open it? Like, let me turn on the sound. And I was like, just tell the fucking door guy, whoever's watching it, to get out of the way at 2 o'clock and let me turn the lights on. She goes, let's do that, but how about we do it in the pods in Tent City or in somewhere else, like the Christmas barn or the cinema tent? I was like, okay, that could be cool. And so, we waited and waited. She said she couldn't find out where it was until we got there, and then she found a gap. She found a gap in the Christmas barn. There was a cancellation. There was nobody scheduled from 2:30 to 3:30. And she goes, how about Christmas barn, Friday night, 2:30 a.m.? And I was like, fuck yeah. Then I looked at the lineup. Tame Impala plays from 1 to 3. I'm like, fuck. Blood Orange plays from 2 to 3. Fuck. Last year, the last bands finished at fucking 1, I think. 11 to 1. Not this year, but I was like, screw it. That's the best time. Next night, we're taking mushrooms. I'm not going to do it then. So Big Grams was playing that night anyway. So anyway, she was like, yeah, we can do it. There's an opening right then. And so we did it. We just put the word out. Everybody I ran into was like, Ari, what are you doing here? I was like, I'm doing a secret show. Christmas barn. Fucking 2:30 a.m. Tell your friends. I'd write it on people's arms when I passed them. I was like, Xmas barn, Friday night, 2:30 a.m. Be there. And I had no idea who was going to come. And people came. It was like 150 people were there. And probably a third of them, maybe 100 people, maybe 100 to 150, it's tough to tell, but probably a third of them were full-on tripping. It was great. I met a bunch of them afterwards. I mean, they were all just standing there zombie-like, didn't know what to do next. That's the best thing about tripping there. Even after everything's done, you can just wander around and stare at shit. I was so excited to make it happen. This fucking guerrilla show. Everybody started chanting. The guy before me got off. What a douche, too. Some fucking DJ guy goes, oh, what, comedy's next? Just get the fuck off stage. Let me make my goddamn entrance. I had this entrance all set up, so people didn't know for sure it was going to have, comedy's next. Get the fuck off, man. Fucking have some respect for another artist. And so then I waited 2 minutes. They put a mic out there. And then another minute, and they put a stool out there. People started chanting, Ari, Ari. And then I went out. It was great. It was great. Brought up 3 comics with me. Sean Patton, Jack Knight, Dan Soder. What a fun night. What a fun time. I had to get off at 3:30, and I did. Man, I could have gone till 4. You guys were great. Whoever went there, you were adventurous as shit. You're fucking awesome motherfuckers. You made such a fucking cool show happen, and you were there. You're a part of it. Congratulations. No idea if it can ever happen again. But you guys, if anyone out there is running a comedy festival, you would be hard-pressed to find anyone better than Rocky. Rocky Dubin. Rockster Productions is the name of the company. Rockster Productions. You should for sure hire them. Rockstar Productions. They make crazy fun shit happen like that. That's what she does. She's not interested in fucking in just following the rules and making sure everything. She'll make sure everything's done right too. She got people like Judd Apatow and Adam Devine and Pete Davidson and Vanessa Bayer and all these like big people. She got those people to come to, and some good young people too. She had a good mix of all that. But this kind of like she saw the idea that this could be a cool fucking show, and she's like, "Let me help you with it. I will get it done." And she got it done. Rockstar Productions. Everybody should hire them for their festivals. If you're at all doing comedy, that's who you should hire. Anyway, but now I'm back. I'm back in New York today. And now I got to start this podcast because this has been a 27-minute long introduction. If you guys aren't feeling the Bonnaroo, you're crazy. So let's not play shitty garbage music like Jay listens to. Let's play fucking amazing music that Jay missed out on this weekend because he backed off on their plans to be in the RV. Only Soder and Renazizi stepped up. And me, I guess. Everybody else pussed out. I'm sorry, women. I shouldn't say pussed out. Wussed out doesn't have the same pull. So, I was dreading coming back to New York for the concrete jungle. I am happy to be back here now that I'm here, but I like that country, man. I didn't want to leave. I wanted another week of Bonnaroo. I wanted another week of Bonnaroo before New York. Why couldn't I get one more week? All right. You guys, let's start the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank, episode 268, live Sony hack with Big Jay Oakerson. It's all about garbage music, and you'll see why we call it live Sony hack. All right, let's start. LCD sound system, that's who it is. That's what'll take us in. That's what'll take us in. Oh, yeah. This is perfect.
New York, I love you, but you're freaking me out. There's a ton of the twist, but we're fresh out of shout. Like a death in the hall that you hear through your wall. New York, I love you, but you're freaking me out. New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down. New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down. Like a death of the heart. Jesus, where do I start? But you're still the one pool where I'd happily drown.
Let's see. Here. Take this one.
They're always just about to almost fuck.
That's the one where... Oh, my God. Is your shirt off? No, our shirt's on. Shirt's on. Yeah, that's the one we saw take her shirt off.
It was a different couple living there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But in that place?
Yes, that exact place.
I'll talk into it.
That exact place. Yes, I didn't know where we're starting right. But see, like they're always like in a provocative, getting ready to happen. But
yeah,
they never
he's texting on her puss.
But they never actually do it.
He's texting on her pussy.
Window watching. I'd make a web series about this in a heartbeat.
If you didn't have to get rights to people's lives,
it would be
like
a video, like a web.
Yeah, like if there was like China where you don't have to get that stuff.
But they never. All right, it looks like he's drinking something.
Maybe he's about to go down on her.
He's wetting his whistle.
Nope. TV.
TV's going off, though, I think maybe. Maybe he's turning the shit off.
I want to concentrate. Oh, maybe off.
He's putting on music. Oh, yeah. I think he's... Oh, see, she's not... Here's what happens all the time with this couple, too.
What? They seem
Because
like
he's
they're-
trying to throw it, and she just doesn't read the vibe, man.
You've
Although
seen this couple before? Last time in that
A
place,
bunch.
it was her coming on, taking her shirt off.
trying
and
to
then-
blow the guy
and then him
almost.
going, "Meh."
And he wouldn't go. With this one here, although last time she was butt naked, but she was like covering herself with like a throw blanket.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay, we've done our texts.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this might happen.
Oh, he took her phone out of her. Oh my god.
Dude, this might actually happen. This
took
would be
her
a
phone out
this
of her hand with his mouth.
This is unprecedented. But she's always like, here it is. Let's watch. Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna start my period soon.
She's not done texting or something.
Yeah, he really goes. He tries, man. But she is not a fucking.
Kissing the back of her
She
head.
doesn't reciprocate.
Neck.
He's going for it. He's going in. He's moving in for the kiss.
Man, she's not giving it back at all.
She does it. Maybe he's gonna stand up and he's gonna fucking pull his fucking dork out.
Oh. Is he going to try to pull her pants? No. He's
No,
like,
he
"All right, I'm
walks the
going to bed.
fuck away.
I'm going to bed.
He walks away.
She has not gotten off her phone. It's a real problem, you guys.
Maybe she wait. So she's waiting
She's
there.
still texting.
He's like, I'm gonna go fucking piss before I drop a fucking hot rope in your face.
Dude, this is a real problem. Look at this. This should be a moment that they're having together.
We talk about this very regularly up on this roof.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are a couple going through troubles. Like one of them always wants to fuck, the other one does not.
Yeah, it's sad. Oh, I thought that coat was somebody moving.
No, there's rarely anything over all the windows on that fucking place. She's taking a selfie for another dude.
Oh my gosh.
That's selfie position right there.
That is selfie position. She's getting up high.
She's taking a selfie for another guy.
Oh,
What
for
a piece
sure
of garbage.
selfie. Oh, no. He's there.
He is there.
Did he just take her phone? Sorry.
He's warming up. He's warming up his piece, maybe.
He was right above her. Well, nothing's going to happen with them.
I'm telling you, don't count it out, but
It
just
keeps looking like it's about to. Like he could have pulled her pants down and gone for it. But
he
then,
could have. But
what
she's
about that room? You ever look at that room? There's a
Waste
dude
of
up there
time.
on his computer like a chump.
it's a waste of time.
Nothing's there. What a great
I know the windows. I know the windows that are worth something.
It's massive balcony.
Yeah, I know the windows that are worth something, and this one's always. We saw our tits recently.
Oh, there's Lewis's drone.
Lewis lost the drone up here
Yeah.
on one of these roofs. What an ass, huh?
Yeah. All
Remember
right,
he
let's
did
go
that?
the other side.
Oh, dude, we can't walk away from this.
But he's not even there anymore, is he?
He's
No,
gonna come.
he is. He's right above
He's
her.
gonna come back.
No, he's there. I see
Yeah,
his legs.
he's working
now.
up a bone, dude.
You think he's just there stroking?
I think he's giving himself a Mark
Just
Wahlberg.
working.
You're a big bright shining
Yeah,
star.
just
Now you look
walked
up in
away.
that window, and there's an old person who's going to do something weird. Oh, they're closing the curtain.
Could you look into a window of someone just cooking?
I do, but I don't stay with it.
I could watch for like.
I'm a voyeur.
40
Like I'm a
minutes.
big time voyeur.
Yeah, if they're watching.
But I'm
TV.
always hoping for dirty.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. To me, it's just the hint of possibility of dirty will keep me going on.
I
nothing.
like that they're doing it. When me and Christine saw a girl one time fold her laundry for a half hour, butt naked. It was
Butt
just like
naked.
she just had no idea she was just living her life, and we were enjoying it so much.
Remember that Friends guy across, weird naked guy in Friends
No,
across their balcony was always the thing they referenced. You remember?
he's in a football squad over her.
He's in a football squad.
He
What is
really
he doing?
he's begging her to get off her goddamn
What is
phone.
he really? Get off the phone and enjoy your boyfriend. You asshole.
He's trying to fuck you on your couch, which doesn't happen all the time.
He's showing her something.
Your Shea Lounge. She's like, I don't know. I'm not really good at sucking dick. I like mimicking what their hand gestures are. Okay.
Garbage.
All right. She's getting in position. She's gonna suck it over the fucking.
They're
on
both
the
good
chair.
looking.
We got to go back this way more. We got to move. We got to move podcast back. Christine, more about us, less about you.
Oh, his shirt's off now.
His shirt's been off.
Oh, you're right.
He started the shirt off.
You're right.
He started this whole thing shirt off.
All right. Well, let's stay here, but let's start talking about.
Oh yeah. Garbage music.
Dude, he's got sweatpants on.
I know.
Gee.
Easy access to fucking just start railing. And she
Yeah.
she presented her ass now. She has presented.
If she was a panda.
In fairness, she has totally presented. In the insect world, this is like she's asking for it.
She really is. She's like, finish this so I can eat you.
Yeah, she's gonna break his dick off inside of her. Make sure she gets pregnant. He wants it, dude. The dude wants it.
For sure, he wants it. He's shoving his dick towards
his
her
body
head.
language is all about it. But she is a fucking ice
Why
queen.
did he get up then? You think because he felt rejected by what?
A little bit, and but now, don't you get that at all though? But now, see, he moved, dude. Here it is. Here it is, dude.
He's straddling her.
Here it is.
Straddling her butt.
He's gonna start kissing. Yeah, dude. Dude. I'm telling you, we should not walk away from this. This is where it's gonna happen.
I apologize for my earlier statement. We should walk away.
I mean, with the fucking phones, though. I mean, with the phones, it's insane. They're literally in a fuck position. And he's checking his phone again.
Is he on Facebook right now? You can almost see the app with my new eyes.
Society is wrong.
Society's wrong.
He's checking stocks and sugar's up. I got to get up, and he's out. And just like that, he's out.
What the? You cannot lose yourself in any romantic environment this way.
Yeah. What is? Come on, man. Jump in there.
Put it down for a minute. Who needs you?
He can't.
Oh, that's sad.
We're attached to our phones.
What?
He's changed. He went to this room
to change.
He's gonna work up his bone. Oh, they have.
What if he comes and goes, guys? Enough already.
What if he goes? I'm gonna go step to bed to fuck.
Oh, let's see if he gets out a condom and hides it.
All right.
He's taking his pants off.
He did take his pants off. He's in underwear now. He's in boxer briefs. He's a boxer briefs guy.
No socks. That's a good sign. He's coming back. You think he's gonna go back? No, why would he go to the bedroom and take off his boxer briefs?
Christine, you're a little deeper. You might see dong before us. Damn it. No, I saw his boxers for sure.
Yeah, he definitely went down a notch.
This is going to unfold wonderfully in some way. Or, you know what's going to be great about it, too? Here's what also happens a lot of times. Right when you're like... Me and Christine have watched this a lot. We see a guy, like... A girl comes over, takes off her shirt, she's in her bra, she drops down to her panties, and walks over to the guy, and then hits the light.
Hits the light.
This guy just hit the light, so he's coming back out, possibly in his underwear.
Fuck.
Oh, the light's back on in the bedroom.
No, sort of. I think it's a different
light. You turn on a lamp now.
From the hallway or something.
He's trying to keep it romantic.
He's trying to keep it romantic.
Now he's calling for her. Get in here, babe. I got a semi.
Babe, hurry. Hurry.
Babe, hurry up before I lose my semi.
Oh, my God, hurry. You could go up or down.
Because here's the thing. We could be, the psychology's great. We could be watching a couple getting ready to fuck, or we could be watching the psychology of like a couple who's disconnected from each other.
Ending their relationship, really.
It looks like he's very possibly jerking off to her dresses.
Like he might tell his friend, like 8 months from now, like, I knew then it was already over.
Yeah, this night. He's like, I threw it to her, I sat on her back, and she just kept fucking playing with her phone. I couldn't even guess what she's doing. If she sleeps like that, she's dying. Yeah, she's got her phone over the arm of the chair.
Over the arm of the chair.
She's laying on her stomach. But none of this, both of their positions don't look permanent.
I mean, I guess he's right. He's like, why should I be in the same room as you if we're just going to be on our phones?
But he is now like sitting in a chair in the room on his phone. But maybe they're doing role play. Maybe he has to text her like, hey, want to come over and fuck or something.
That's the only way they can connect?
Yeah.
Talk dirty to me.
She won't come in the room until he swipes her on Tinder.
You got to find me.
It's got to be a thing, yeah.
I made a new account. You got to find me and swipe. Then we can go back and forth for a while.
You got to guess her username.
I'm not just coming over. You got to take me out for a drink first, and then you can talk me into not going out for a drink. And
this guy's going to have to get redressed completely. This guy's the worst.
Clean the apartment first, like it's my first time coming over here.
See, listen, these apartments, by the way, 2 floors.
2 floors?
Balcony. Yeah, it's their balcony. That's their top floor. Yes.
Wow.
2 floors back. This thing is not cheap. They are a couple living by themselves.
Then why don't they have a closet? Why do they have a fucking dresser with just clothes hanging up? It's like a wardrobe.
Because they're fucking they're white garbage, probably.
White garbage.
But here's the thing.
I feel like they were upscale.
They got a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Enough. Maybe they're rich kids. Got a couple bucks. They got this fucking sick-ass apartment in the great location.
What's her poster? For you.
You see that? I don't see that at all.
It's on the poster over her head.
Oh, over her head. I thought you were looking at the one in the window there.
Dubois. No, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know what it is, but I wish she would get the fuck off her phone.
Yeah.
She'd been really. We know we could take a stroll and start talking, and then we'll come back and see if this turns into something. Yeah. It could turn into something.
Yeah. Maybe it's like a watch pot doesn't boil.
Yeah,
like that. A watch phone doesn't ring.
That's right. That is correct. You got to walk away from it. Let it happen. Let it unfold itself. We got to keep walking because this side's dead.
How long have I known you for?
I think you've known me for like 7 years now, maybe.
2011. I
5
did that
years.
show with Kurt first, and then you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was our first time really hanging a bunch. But when you used to come to New York, me and you kind of bonded right away. We'd smoke pot in the hallway of the cellar.
At the cellar. How did I meet you?
And we'd
Who
always
introduced me to
bullshit.
you?
Maybe Kurt. Maybe Kurt. But you
And
just
maybe I
in.
came by after that Down and Dirty show with Norton.
Yeah,
so
I think you came in, and I think you kind of came in, and we both kind of knew who each other were. Like I'd heard your name a bunch already before that. Maybe you, not me, but I definitely knew you were. And
I saw you before. At Stand Up New York.
Yeah, I definitely spoke to you, and we just started bullshitting. And we're like, I'm like, I know you're a weed guy. I want to go smoke weed, and we smoked weed in the hallway with the cellar when that was a thing.
Yeah, why not now anymore?
You could do it upstairs still. But when that used to be a thing, that was a fun. Because you used to go in the room. I get it. We used to really power bake that hallway. But
I guess you're right.
But yeah, we became buddies with that. So yeah, 5 years ago, I guess then.
Yeah. So I knew you in Montreal a little bit, but I got to know you, and you're fucking. I didn't really understand what garbage taste you have. A couple of years later, I think.
That's fair.
I started noticing, like, oh, that's not just a comic. That's a guy that I know who is wearing fingerless gloves. He does have a chain walk.
But I've turned you onto some things for sure.
For sure. But let's talk overall about music. That's when I noticed. It was in Blues Fest.
Sure.
And I got you into some bands. You got me into some bands. But we both probably gave up on some bands. I think we saw AWOL Nation. And they were like, "Oh, you're terrible."
Yeah, they were boring. But the Black Keys were fantastic.
Black Keys are fantastic.
And you made me stay to watch them.
Oh, really? You were like, nah?
Well, it wasn't that I was like, nah. I was definitely down to watch them. If you recall, that night what happened was there was a torrential storm that hit.
Oh, yeah.
And they delayed coming out for an hour. Everyone sort of left. We were going to leave, and then people who worked there were giving us hints like, I wouldn't leave just yet. Like I wouldn't, because they're going to see if they can wait it out.
And then it was like, why haven't they made the announcements? Guys, go home. The show is over.
Very weird, yeah. So we
from Just for Laughs went back to Montreal.
We hung in there. And we watched the Black Keys. After that storm died down, they went and they paid the curfew fines, and they played for a fucking hour.
Like, oh, we're only going to be able to play for 40 minutes or whatever. It's like, oh, as soon as they went past 11, we're like, we got a show.
That's great.
Like 11:30, 11:40.
Yeah, because they were not supposed to do that. And they kicked ass. I thought they were fucking fantastic.
I remember turning to them because we were sitting in the artist tent for a while.
Yep.
And going, you guys going to go on? And he just, the thinner one just kind of looked at me and just like, and just looked back away.
Yeah. They weren't very
like, what do you
friendly.
think?
Yeah.
It wasn't even like, are you guys doing it or not?
Yeah, it was very like, it's like, what's, should we get out of here? Or,
Yeah.
there's a transport
situation?
waiting for us. And Ari, you know what you taught me that weekend?
What?
Of Blues Fest was like, stop being such a fat shit and sometimes just walk. Because my big thing with that was like, well, we only have the transport now.
Oh, right.
And you were like, no, I did this the other day, man.
I did it the year before.
You go, it's just not that much. It goes, it's tops a mile. And that sounded like very daunting to me. But we smoked a bunch of weed. We watched the band. We walked back. It was no time at all.
And beautiful out.
Yeah.
When we took mushrooms, we could order a pizza when we got back.
We did.
Dude, that's what I noticed the first year. I walked around on mushrooms. I just walked around the city.
We did mushrooms.
Ottawa's not a big city.
Yeah, we watched
fine shit.
We watched Perfect Circle on mushrooms the next night, and then the walk back, and then that was the first time I ever experienced that. Was we had waves of mushroom high. Because if you recall that, it was like at one point of the walk, I was like, dude, I could drive a car right now. It's gone, completely gone. And then we got back to the hotel room and we just like watched music videos and fucking...
Watched Jackass 3 a little bit or 2.5?
Yeah. I always had a DVD of Jackass 2 on me.
I remember, I got to go back and watch it. I remember when Steve-O was being human bait to the sharks. Like he's got...
pokes a hook through his cheek.
Through his cheek. Oh, to his cheek.
Real violent, thick hook.
And so he's all bleeding. He's jumping in with sharks. I remember one of the sharks, I got to see it, just kind of... Well,
yes,
now I realize
I know exactly what it is.
Just turns and goes, like right to the camera.
He happens to kick. He happens the time that the shark nips because he's flailing wildly to get back to the surface.
Yeah.
He happens to kick him in the fucking face, and it's the only thing that saves his fucking leg. He happens to kick him right where they say that spot where you punch a shark in the nose, which sounds like a ridiculous thing. The thing turned and took a chomp at him, and he fucking
was kicking.
And he was kicking the swim, and he kicked him in the face.
Oh my god!
And got himself up.
No, I remember him like turning his face to the camera and going like to smile for it.
Oh, Steve-O.
No, the shark.
Oh yeah, it was scary. It's fucking scary, but that was still a on drug Steve-O.
Yeah. So Perfect Circle though.
Yeah.
They were. Of that, what I call garbage music, who leads that?
Sure.
tell me who's the head of the garbage.
To you?
Yeah. It's my example I always use.
You're going to say, oh, you always use Avenged Sevenfold.
They just have the best garbage name.
It's a great one, though. It is a great garbage
I'm
name.
Not familiar with that music. No, I won't like it. But them, Tool and A Perfect Circle, I guess, is a spinoff of Tool.
His lead singer.
Yeah. It's kind of like, all right, I can get into it a little bit.
It's always being there, dude. Listen, I say when we were at Bonnaroo, dude.
Yeah.
And so we saw Alabama Shakes, which a lot of people assume is not my kind of music.
Does not seem like
they were fantastic.
Music. God damn, they were.
Florence and the Machine were boring as balls.
Mm-hmm.
She was great, but I could not connect to that music.
It's too orchestral for outdoors.
I love the War on Drugs. People say it's not my kind of music. I love them. One of my favorite bands in the world.
Well, they're kind of just rock and roll, though, at least.
No, it's different, man.
Right,
it's like a Dire Straits inspired.
Yeah.
Like it's hipster music for sure. Hipsters love that shit.
Yeah,
I love them.
Yeah.
Tool and Perfect Circle are a very interesting kind of band. But the thing I was going to say was Mumford and Sons. When we saw them live, dude, all I could think for the second hour that I was there.
Yeah,
I was there for the second hour of them. All I could think of was I was bummed I wasn't there for the first hour of that. It was so fucking awesome. I've tried on
their music
double digit occasions at this point now.
Yeah,
to give any song a whirl on recording. Could not care less. No, just give any song on their album.
Recorded song, yeah.
Any recorded song on their album a fucking chance, and I can't. It's
not your music at all.
So boring.
It's Irish hipster.
It's just not good to me. But as performers, dude, you know, I'm a sucker for a passionate performance, man. A sucker for a person who's up there and throwing it down. And for garbage music leaders, I did bring you to see Korn one time, and I know you have no connection to that music, but you had to feel something at the show.
Okay, here's what I felt. Korn. I saw them after we went to see Rock on the Range, where we saw Billy Corgan take what he is calling Smashing Pumpkins and just put up just a bomb. Oh, that's her still. Same exact position.
He took a dump on stage and tells the crowd to go fuck yourself, basically.
Yeah, he's awful. And so then, not long after that, we made the thought too of like, you just have to try. You just have to want to play your music.
Give half a shit. Care about playing those songs. You can't hate your own songs.
Mm-hmm. And then I saw Korn, and they are directly not my band. They're like, ugh, a little bit.
It's right the opposite.
Yeah. And at least they cared. They played hard. They looked like they liked what they were playing.
I happen to like the music. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I love the music of Marilyn Manson. Yeah. I love 8 times more than the music itself. I love his live performance.
The showmanship.
Watched a piece of it today. He still decorates the stage like it's going to be something.
Yeah.
But it is, it's fucking bad, man. It literally bums me out as one of my favorite bands of all time. Maybe my favorite live band of all time. He's a pudgy middle-aged guy now who just sort of sings the songs and doesn't do his things. He literally does the half motions of what he used to do.
No.
He has a thing where it's like certain parts of the song where he would like gets to like almost like these like robot positions and does all. It's very like it's very posturing. A lot of that on stage. And now he like almost does it where it's like a throwaway. Like I do this pose here, and then I walk over this way and do it over here. It's like it's so.
Oh really?
Just an old guy who doesn't give a shit anymore.
He seemed like he used to be a real thought-out artist about every single thing he did.
Ari, Joe DeRosa couldn't be further from a Marilyn Manson fan.
Yeah.
Was enamored at the concert.
Really? On how much he was giving it?
Dude, he comes down. At that point, he would come down from a throne while he's like, looks like he's gonna hurt himself because he's like hanging off of it while it's lowering from the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's locked in somehow, but he's like he just like flung his body. He cut himself. It was like this crazy thing. Yeah, he blew his bass player on stage before. It's
really
over the top theatrics.
Wait, so do you like that kind of music, or are you way into the?
I do like his music also. Yes, very much.
I like Marilyn Manson when I was in high school. He was borderline. He could go both ways.
Yeah, I dug his music
Sweet
a lot.
Dreams, the remake, was
great.
Good.
I dig his music very, very much. He's got plenty of shitty songs, but like every band does.
Yeah.
You know, the Beatles got a ton of shitty songs.
I'd have to find them.
Huh?
Maybe. I mean, if I heard a shitty Beatles song, I'm like, it's pretty good.
No, they got some fucking.
hit.
I mean, do you really give a shit as a song? Do you really give a shit about like A Hard Day's Night or Help anymore?
No, those are the.
I mean, I am the Walrus is fucking Once you get a little older, they start doing it. They start figuring it out. Look,
I want to hold your hand and shit like that.
Manson's music evolved where he's got songs from his like last several albums that I'm like, this is a fucking kick-ass song. I'm not big into new music at all, even from old artists.
Yeah.
But Marilyn Manson's cranked out some songs in his last 3 albums that have been like past his prime.
Really?
That have been fucking like just great songs. But man, I took Christine to see him once, and holy shit, man! I was just like, when she was done, she kind of gave like that was good, and I was like, no, you don't have to. I go, it was fine.
It's the worst when you take someone to see something you love, and then it's like, not as good.
But I knew. But when you know it's not as good, you're like, oh, you know what, man? That was not what he does, man. It's a whole. He's probably. I've seen him erected on a cross before from back of the stage, made of TVs. I've seen him have black girls dressed in like Viking uniforms, like pulling him out on a chariot. Like he was inflammatory, man. He knew how to do it. But now here's the thing, man. It comes down to this. I watched the same concert I was watching today. Had Billy Idol. Yeah. Billy Idol just like stayed pretty much in shape. Kiss. We watched Kiss. Paul Stanley, lead singer of Kiss. Yeah. I'm not a Kiss fan at all, but I'd go see him tomorrow because Paul Stanley. You can't see their faces from audience anyway.
Well, they're also makeuped up.
But they are. But if you get close, when you watch them interview with the makeup on close up, it's pretty brutal.
Old people.
They're old. But from a distance, Paul Stanley has a way better body than me, and he's 60-something. He's got a better body than you. You know what I mean? Like, he's in really good shape.
Me, I'm a 6.
But I'm telling you, he's in really good shape. Like, he's actually in great shape. Billy Idol was in pretty great shape.
And how is his music now?
60-something. Huh?
That's cool.
That's great. I'm saying like Marilyn Manson looks fucking horrible. Mick Jagger still pulls it off because he's still pretty much in shape. Roger Daltrey's pretty still in shape. Paul McCartney's not fat. These guys aren't. You can't.
So Marilyn Manson got fat?
You can't change what you. Fat enough.
Axl Rose, right?
Axl Rose, dude, it's a bum out.
You see those fat Axl memes?
They're horrible. I've seen a bunch of them.
Me down to McDonald's City with a.
Yeah. But whatchamacallit, Slash, man, still looks fucking awesome.
Really?
He's just thin. He's in shape enough. You know what I mean? Like his body's not.
Yeah, you want to be able to fool yourself. You're right. You can't see them from the crowd. You're not 2 rows up. You're like way back. Everybody
Be
is.
enough, man. AC/DC guy just stayed thin enough to tuck his tank top into his jeans until he couldn't perform anymore. And by the way, that's a dumb look. But the thing is, he always looked like your
schoolboy.
No, not him. The lead singer say he wears like a tank top and jeans all the time.
Oh yeah.
He's always had the body of your uncle. Do you know what I mean?
Kept that.
But he just kept that, so it's fun.
She's gone.
She's gone. I know. She went into the room, and the lights are off in the room. But she can't be going to bed because why would she leave the living room lights on like that?
That doesn't seem like she wouldn't seem like she's that unconscious of our environment.
Can I make another possibility prediction here? I like making possibilities in these. Yeah. This is what me and Dave Smith use all the time. You figure out how this could turn in your favor still. Yeah. Even though she's gone, lights on in the living room, lights off in the bedroom. Here's what could possibly be happening. They're going through a rough time right now. Okay. She just went to the bathroom right now. Maybe that's it because now she sleeps on the couch. Because you see there is a blanket hanging over the back of the couch.
That's a throw blanket. That's
sure.
That's like a killed dog or something.
She's going to come out, and because she's so frustrated living with a guy and they're not getting along right now, she might just fucking finger blast one out on the couch for us.
Oh.
There's no way you can guarantee that's not what's getting ready to happen.
No, true.
Isn't that beautiful?
My guess is she's just in the bathroom. She'll be right back.
Possible.
She couldn't even look at her phone.
So yeah, so with the music, man, it's always about that. It's about like staying. I think Korn, man, the guys in Korn,
they all look
like Korn.
They all look the same for sure.
They do the thing, like I said before, and rock and roll. That's why it's the opposite of comedy, which is what's kind of awesome about it. Why we like it so much. Yeah, is the posturing. You would never in a million years pose on stage a certain way for a picture without being ironic about it.
Dane might.
But no. wasn't one of the coolest moments of that Korn thing? I bet you don't remember much of the songs. Wasn't one of the coolest things? They just backlit the whole stage, and all of them just let their dreads hang, and they just kind of stood there for a photo op. And you're like, that's pretty badass. That's a cool picture.
That's what it was for.
All 4 of them.
To me, it just set the mood.
No, it is setting the mood, but that's like the moment. But that's the moment you drink that moment. You're not supposed to take a picture of it, but like I'm saying, that's the picturesque moment where you're like, when they were all just there, you see those guys still after all these years, 40-something-year-olds. Yeah. And they're just the dreadlocks hanging with that back when it's backlit. It's just silhouettes. You're like, these guys are 19-year-old badasses.
I remember them from South Park.
Exactly.
Yeah. They had the mystery band, right?
It's not the music is. Here's the thing, man. I mean, look, I'd go watch Barbra Streisand in concert. I'd go see the Black Keys again. I'd go watch almost anybody you'd go watch in concert.
For sure, you'd love that.
I've seen them before. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, at Blues? No.
I saw them when I did when I was doing Mayhem Fest on tour with Rob Zombie and Korn.
Wait.
We did it. There's a festival called Heavy MTL in Montreal. It's 3 days. One of the days, also brings in basically that's Mayhem Fest does their version of it for part of this Heavy
How could
MTL
Arcade Fire
festival.
be associated with this?
They're part of Heavy MTL that year.
And heavy is not heavy metal.
It is, but it's like it's just heavy. It's heavy metal, but it's heavy Montreal, heavy MTL.
Oh, I get it.
So it's a rock concert. There was other bands there that fit the bill of like Arcade Fire, but Arcade Fire went on, and I'm telling you, everyone was watching them. But here's the same thing.
They're great.
You notice this, though. This is what's kind of cool about music with the stuff, even stuff that you would call garbage music, possibly.
Yeah.
Like, Ben Folds was there to watch Kendrick Lamar. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying Kendrick Lamar's great music to me, but it's
Ben
like...
Folds did not bring it.
No?
No.
But isn't it interesting that Ben Folds went to go see Kendrick Lamar? I've seen Rosario Dawson at a Marilyn Manson concert. Like, all those things bridge over. I went with the lead singer of Korn to go watch Steve Aoki DJ.
Really? He just wanted to see what it was like?
Just went to go watch. But he DJs now, like Jonathan Davis. Like, he's into that music. He likes incorporating that stuff into their music. My point being, I'll go watch any kind of music. It's what kind of gets you the fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about, like, admitting that fucking thing. I mean, there's fucking Pitbull songs I like. I don't like Pitbull.
Yeah, sure. And you would never go see him, but, like, okay, maybe. When people are good live, it's great. No, here's my question next. You know the type of people I'm talking about for garbage music people.
Juggalos.
You know? Well, I want to get to them later, because that's like the ultimate.
Fair.
What is it about the general garbage music fashion? Papa Roach concerts. Like, what do you like?
I'm doing a tour with them. At a Papa Roach show?
Yeah, in terms of the audience, how they're dressed, who they are.
Here's the reality of it, and I'm saying this as a fat guy in the mix there.
And I mean Papa Roach or Avenged Sevenfold.
Of course, as a fat guy in the mix there, here's what it is.
Yeah.
The population is broken up in those audiences very fairly to like when a fucking... What's happening? You see something actually happening? Let's move over.
Yeah, let's move over. I got a better angle at it.
Yeah. Very, very fairly.
Might have a reflection, to be honest.
It's a great world.
Nope, I was wrong. It is something.
Oh, up there in the window.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I think Wayne said something happens up there. It's a very wonderful ratio for the average-looking guy, and even to the realm of like it's from the average-looking to grotesque. Now, there's great-looking dudes at all these things.
Grotesque looking dudes.
Yes,
like
and women.
Missing teeth, fat.
Yes. Here's the thing.
Ponytail dudes.
In that world, there's great-looking dudes in the audience. There's amazing-looking women. But that's, without exaggerating, at best at any concert like that, 15 to 20%. Oh. The other 80 range from like average looking to like horrible looking, but a horrible looking person could hook up at a fucking Rob Zombie show. Why? Because also, here's the thing: there's also
the most black on.
There's also there's not a lot of popular new metal coming out. There's a lot of new metal coming out, but as far as getting mainstream thing and popular, so the thing is, these guys. Papa Roach was one of the last generations of people to release like a quote-unquote metal album in a time where you can draw an audience to a metal show to headline a thing. It always blows my mind that Papa Roach is so popular, quite honestly, because like they had that one album to me, but they've made a bunch of albums and their music's turned to some kind of weird thing they do that I don't get at all. But it touched more on young girls, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It became a bit of that thing. So... why you see people there from the gross to the average is because also a lot of people there, the age range goes from like the occasional teenager who gets into that music and is a little like, to
be different
outside of society a little bit.
Yeah.
But really at this point it's the music for
45-year-olds?
From me, 35 to 40 and then above even. Oh. So, you know what I mean?
Like into it when they were 30.
Exactly. Oh. This guy might beat off on a couch down here.
Right. He's going to his kitchen. Maybe to get some coconut.
He's probably going to lube up.
For lubricant. Get that water.
He's going to hydrate with some Brita.
Yeah.
And then he's going to go fucking pound one out.
Yeah,
me and Wayne have watched two guys jerk off to completion on this roof.
To completion?
To completion.
In what?
How did they finish?
Yeah.
I don't remember one. One was like face down. He was weirdly like on. He was like. He was like the bitch and doggy style position, jerking off down. He was like milking himself. I don't know how he came, I guess, on the bed. The guy who jerked off in the other window, we saw the completion. Listen to how cool is this? This is a weird... Because I said we're going to watch the completion. I want to see what this guy does when he blows a load after he jerks off. You know what he does?
What?
He jerks off up... He was sitting on a couch, jerks off up towards himself, unfurls a napkin across his fucking upper chest, like a shoulder, basically, like a waiter, and jerks off upwards into the fucking
Like he's burping himself? He's burping his dick?
Basically, yeah. He beats it onto his own fucking clavicle.
But he pre-plans with a napkin.
Yeah.
Or a baby Bjorn.
Beats it into his clavicle. It was so weird.
Wow.
But he did it. That's his thing. I'm not here to judge.
So those people, okay, gross to okay looking, but I disagree with you. An Arcade Fire concert is filled with way better looking people, percentage-wise.
I wasn't, but no. But we're talking about different kinds of music.
Oh, okay.
Arcade Fire, yeah, though the hipster rock's going to have insane hot chicks.
Oh, I think you
meant
any concert. You meant any concert of that garbage.
I'm saying every concert now, because you asked me specifically, you said about like the Papa Roach concert, stuff like that, and that Papa Roach, Korn, things like that. Like, there's definitely hot chicks at those, man, for sure, without a doubt. But like, when I was on tour with Korn, I remember getting like rejected by. I remember getting rejected.
I see legs, yeah.
By two girls who had such
a girlfriend.
Stay here.
Yeah.
I remember getting rejected by two girls who did some lesbo stuff with each other, but then it got like they got weirded out by me somehow, which was bizarre. But like,
what do you mean? Why wouldn't they? They were lesbos and you were
because they wanted to fuck around and go on a tour bus. So I brought them on a tour bus, and they started making out with each other.
Yeah. And
they said they wanted to get fucked and all this kind of stuff, and I was and then they just kind of I don't know whatever it was
for the fucking
maybe
key, man.
Maybe I didn't do. Well, they were on my bus though, so it wasn't that exciting. I think. The other thing, but I don't know. I didn't get involved at all. I didn't really try to, but they just like I don't know. It was very weird. But my point was they were very like secure. These chicks were like, yeah, we're doing this shit, and they were not hot. They were fucking.
That's what I imagine there.
I mean, they were. I mean, Ari, without a doubt, you would call them fucking 2s or 3s. I would have said they were like 5s tops.
You don't care though. You're like, sure, let's go.
In that adventure situation, I wouldn't have cared. I would have done that. No, but there's things that there's definitely places where I draw the line, without a doubt. I said a significantly hotter chick. I think I told you this off microphone before. A significantly hotter chick, man. Fucking.
He's opening the window right at us.
Yeah, he's coming at you.
Smoking.
He's smoking a cigarette. A significantly hotter chick than them.
Yeah.
Armpit hair. I check out, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Just on that.
And a big old bush I'll deal with, dude. I like a bush, and I'll deal with a big old bush.
Or you like?
I prefer a little bush. Oh.
What?
Yeah.
You pervert.
Is that what happens? Is that what it is?
Disgusting.
I prefer a little bush, but I have no problem with bald. I don't have much of a problem with a woofing bush. Oh, when I met Christine, I look, she was not prepared to do anything in the world,
and yet
she was wearing fur underwear. Here it goes. This is the one that Wayne says changes in front of her window constantly. Cute. This just got awesome. Wayne literally said it's her. He literally said it's her that does this.
Really?
Yes.
It's hot. Come on, it's so hot.
He said she's probably in bed, though. He said she does constantly changes in front of the window. This is going to be awesome. Christine, I hope we have more cigarettes. I want one so bad. I wish you would have gotten me a drink and not thought about just yourself.
We got views into 2 different windows this way.
What?
We got views into 2 different situations
but
this
I'm
way.
telling you, the party's going to happen in that one up there.
Party's on 4A. 1, 2.
Now, I don't know if you want to get into it now, but why Juggalo's audience is different is because they are there. They literally come out, like, for the most part, like, and I'm not even trying to insult them.
What?
They're like, we are the drebs of society.
Oh.
This is where we can come to just fucking wig out because they're like meth addicts.
Same one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The bathroom must be in the middle. She goes around the bathroom.
The bathroom is in the middle. Yeah, you're right. But it's going to get weird in that room. I hope that's the bedroom, and it's going to get fucking goofy in there. That is the bedroom.
Is that where she's in right now?
No, she's in the living room.
Yeah,
you're in my wrong pocket. I have a lighter right here.
Oh, she's getting up.
No, it's good. No, she
got up.
Making her way back to this room.
Making her way in the world today. Takes everything. Hey, so you're saying they want to be the dregs?
Oh, yeah. I mean, these are people who like...
They're gross.
Listen, if you choose to live your life all the time, if you're in your 30s and you choose to live your life all the time where the hair on top of your... Forget that it's in 4 braids only right now sprouting out of your head like a carrot top. Forget that.
How can you forget? Okay.
Forget that. Let's say you normally leave that hair out and it's not in these 4 green braids you have right now. It's just your normal hair color time. You're still living with a haircut that can be put into bald everywhere except for 4 braids. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're definitely not the CEO of a company like that.
For sure. Yeah, I would say that's...
If you're shaved everywhere and stuff like I have a haircut that's like, yes. I have a semi unique haircut or odd haircut, but I also.
You know what I'm glad you finally did. Grew the sides a little bit.
But I'm a performer.
Yeah.
I'm a performer. It makes a big deal to that. It's a big difference to that. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
If you're in a successful band, like I said before, it's like people go out and get face tattoos in fucking Harlem every day. Because Lil Wayne has face tattoos. He goes, yeah, Lil Wayne can get tons of face tattoos. Is she peeling off the top, dude? She might be peeling off the top, I think.
Can't get low enough out here. It looks like she did.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Her tits. That's her actual tits are out.
She covered him up, though.
She did, but that means that fucking skirt's going next, dude. Oh, that t-shirt better not be too long. Oh. This just got awesome.
Oh, my God. That was such a quick shot.
But that was her actual out tits.
Yeah. She took the bra.
We saw her pop the bra off.
And then no bra.
Oh, no.
Maybe she's going to cool off to her.
Wait, here it comes.
Where?
Skirt is off.
And what a nice body.
And
no underwear?
No, it's underwear. She's wearing underwear.
Right.
She's going to walk around in her panties and shirt. Oh, dude, this is so good.
Hey, by the way, do you ever do that when you get home? Immediately change out of your stuff?
Sure.
Wow.
You don't do that ever?
I just keep what I have on.
I put on basketball shorts.
Oh, that's why I always see you with basketball shorts.
Oh, dude.
What?
Walking around in panty? Yeah. Oh, if she changes panties. Look at this chick. That's a win, dude. That's a W. It's already a W.
Yeah,
now everything else is gravy.
It's a win. I'll take that. This one, the girl.
We're so far away. It's not like you're going to see pussy lip either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But just knowing it's there.
But here's the thing. Here's what we might still have, Ari, and I'm not exaggerating here. She might be jumping in the shower.
And open up the window?
No. We'll have to wait for the shower.
Get naked to get
But then she might walk by and we see a nice couple good flashes.
I'm reaching for the stars. I'm saying this guy smoking on 3D is going to go up to fucking 4A.
Oh, my God. You're going for the fences, dude. Yeah. Sorry. Let me move with you. My apologies. She's just
plenty of room, actually.
She's just sitting there in her panties. Why are we not over here?
She's in her collage book.
Dear diary, about to finger blast in a window. Sure hope no one's doing a podcast on a roof.
You saw that guy who did Roast Battle? Who was an ICP fan?
Yeah. Well, and we move.
Wait.
Here's good.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, this might be the shot for the whole time.
Yeah.
More of these two windows.
Yeah. So, he's just a lifer, you think?
The guy with the 4 braids?
No, the dude who did Roast Battle. He looked like a short-haired kind of punk, but didn't he have an ICP shirt on?
Oh, yeah, look, I'm sure there's plenty of fucking...
halfways?
Bankers and whatever that are, without a doubt, 100%. I'm just saying, that banker, generally...
Yeah.
Doesn't go to fucking the Gathering of the Juggalos, but some of them do. I've met them, and by the way,
there's bankers that go to the Gathering of the Juggalos.
I'm sure,
not for research.
No, I'm sure. And the thing is, I've met some fucking super awesome people that got man. That ass is just out, ass. Huh?
You met some awesome people that have been there.
Oh, she's getting in her bed, dude. Come here, Ari. She just laid in bed. This chick might blast her puss.
You got room. I'm trying to unfurl it.
How?
So we can have more freedom. And not.
That's fine. She's laying in her bed.
That's really anticlimactic.
That's good, though.
It was still a win. No, she might. You're saying she might go for it in bed.
Of course.
If she lights the candles, the odds go up 32%. I assume that's what women always do, like candles. Is that the stereotype that that's definitely not true?
Yeah. Before I blast off, let me get some mood lighting. They don't care.
Stereotype I've only heard from other jokes.
Let's see where she goes. It might go somewhere. So yes, I assume there are bankers and shit to go. And I've met some fucking awesome people.
What, people got their life together, shaved the fucking
absolutely,
whatever. Braids.
But I'm saying look. How many people do you know that felt disassociated in high school and were like fine now? I mean, true. She's back up, dude. Back up. Look at that butt. I was semi-disassociated in school. I had friends, though. I always had friends. But, I mean, I wasn't like a cool kid by any stretch or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shirt's back on. Tits are out. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
This is my son. This is such a win, dude.
Whoa, that was full phrasing.
Tits are nice.
Very nice. Well, nice.
No, they were pretty good, dude.
Yeah, nice. I have to see him again.
By the way, I love that that's her bed. Oh, here are the panties coming. Oh, she's putting on pants.
Oh,
you wretched whore. Oh, is she putting on a skirt?
Oh, she's going out? What time is it? 11:30.
No, she's just trying. I think she's just trying something on.
Do women try stuff on?
Yeah. They'll do that.
places?
She'll do that for work tomorrow to see if she looks good. Yeah, it's back off
Oh
already.
my God,
see?
you're right. She's getting her outfit ready. You can't just eyeball it. Women can't just eyeball their
No,
outfits.
dude, they can't. But this is more fun
They
this
already
way.
own the thing. They know it fits and how it looks.
Oh, dude.
Who gets their outfit ready for tomorrow?
This whore. We're going to see those titties again, dude, 100%.
Is there fucking at ICP shows?
Yeah, I've never seen it, but yeah. There's fucking at Sturgis and shit, man. It's like, yeah, people are ridiculous. Whenever you get massive drinking, I mean, those EDM shows have tons of fucking at them, I'm sure.
Really?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Did you hear about Trampede?
No, what is it? Hang on, what's she putting on now? She's trying on
Another skirt or some pants.
another skirt, yeah.
It's the same skirt, you idiot!
No, that one zips in the side.
Oh, you're right. Apologize, idiot. I apologize.
Let's see. It looks okay. She's seen how it looks with her tits out.
If I ever got my tits out doing this.
Oh, there's her tits
Oh, oh
again,
my God.
dude. Oh, you got to get over here.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong
Thanks.
spot, dude.
No, keep that off.
No, she's going to try the shirt out now.
And she's leaning back, and they don't really... They go a little to the sides.
Oh, they're pretty good tits.
They're pretty good. Yeah.
Those are healthy tits.
Healthy young tits.
She's going to try that on, too, in the mirror.
Should we get such a giant place? A deluxe apartment in the
Well,
sky.
probably
huh?
webcam. I'm deciding by what she's doing right now. This is such a fucking find, dude.
Oh, my gosh.
And
Wayne was right.
let's get that
Good
cheese
for a
skirt
gay
off
guy.
again.
Really is. Good scout.
He's so gay, though, because he was like, she's not all that much to look at, but I'm like, I think it's pretty good.
Her style level is...
Yeah. She's a real skirts chick, if you know what I mean.
no, Wayne. We don't. I don't know what you're saying.
What, is this the winner of this skirt? I'm asleep in this one, so I don't have to wake up early.
Like in Friday where the girl sleeps on her neck so she doesn't have to mess up her hair.
Yeah. That's just black chicks in general. They try to sleep sitting up. Get out of this goddamn thing. Try on your stupid blouse.
She's right there.
Dumb idiot. No, she went back that way. She's in the room still. Wait, we got to go over this way more.
This way? Are there like major fights at all these not ICP, but in general, the garbage?
You know what's weird, dude?
ICP to corn to perfect circle to
Corn
system,
things can happen.
down to like
Corn things can happen. Here's the thing. No.
Really?
Not a lot, man, because I'll tell you what, it really, even those mosh pits that are pretty, and that's where shit usually ends up happening. There's always some assholes throwing kicks and punches and trying to hurt people.
Yeah.
For real, there's like a real violent asshole. But
It seems like that would be all of them. You're
no,
saying
dude, no, dude. For the and you witnessed that, dude. Like you witnessed that when you went into the Slayer pit.
Slayer pit was pretty.
It was
fun.
at Bonnaroo, but the thing is, like, when you get drilled down, dude, they
Bonnaroo
are
is
going to
not.
pick you up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's Bonnaroo without, like, it's not as sissified, and I don't even mean that in a bad way, as Bonnaroo.
Right there. Yeah.
You know what I-
Bonnaroo, it seems like the people that were at Slayer and Bonnaroo were like, yeah, I'll try a Slayer thing.
Right. But generally speaking, even at Slayer, dude, like, it's people, you get knocked down, dude, they fucking grab you up. They really do. It's not my scene, honestly, that part of it.
Pit?
No. Not at all. I like to sit
I
in the
surfed
fucking...
in, oh, you were there in Columbus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I sit in the soundboard, and I like to watch the show. I have such rock star envy, I fucking love it. You know
I
what
do,
you would-
I do too. I don't usually go and mosh.
You know what, dude? What
I'm
you would
usually out
love,
there,
man.
just
You would
watching.
fucking. We should go. The tour is actually Korn and Rob Zombie. It's coming up in a month or
That
two,
sounds
but it's
horrible.
But dude, Rob Zombie, there's no way you wouldn't love Rob Zombie.
Why?
There's no way, because it's a fucking production, man. He comes out of a fucking mouth of a skeleton or something, and they're all wearing like these like. The last one there's a giant robot that has a door on it with it's a conveyor belt going.
Yeah.
He comes out. He's got this big fake thing on his hand. It looks like it's a tree branches that he can control like fingers.
Yeah.
He comes in. The whole band is wearing bandanas that have skulls on them with black light. They're black lit up, bright. So everyone looks like they're like skeletons on stage.
Okay.
And like he just comes out on the conveyor belt. His microphone is a skeleton with 8 arms. You know what I mean? It's a fucking production. And he has monsters come out on stage while he's there.
I could like it on that level.
He's a director. He puts a lot of production to his videos behind him and shit. Like when he does
he's
things.
that guy from the Tom Papa special, huh?
Yeah, he's that guy. But no bullshit. He really is like it's a whole big production.
I guess I would like that for a little while. Or if
You'd like the
Marilyn
whole
Manson
thing.
you really think so?
No,
I like
you would
news
not.
and don't
I
give it that much.
wouldn't take you to watch Marilyn Manson under the guise of like, check
won't
this
be
out.
good
You're
enough.
going to love this. You're
Right.
not going to. You're going to be like, Looks like a fat guy singing.
But Rob
songs
Zombie
I don't
still
like.
goes for it.
I mean, 110%. He does that. They release beach balls into the audience. They do all that shit. He does.
Have you ever seen Flaming Lips?
I've watched video of their concerts. I know, when he gets in the ball and shit. Yeah, I know they're amazing.
That's something.
I'd go watch them do Dark Side of the Moon. I think that
Dark Side of the Moon or their one great album.
But the one where they all came out of the fucking screen. That's like it's a girl's
vagina.
pussy. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Me and Ross saw them in Osceola, Montreal. I'm gonna go this year again too. Hey, who sings this song? You know what I'm talking? Does that sound like anything? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm doing?
Be slightly less vague.
Is that corn? How does it go? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is it just noises?
Yeah, it's like the beginning of a song. I can't do it. I hear it in my head, but I can't hear it out loud.
Let me see if I got it. Is the beginning or is the middle of a song? Could it be the middle?
It could be the middle. I feel like it's the beginning.
I'm going to show you the two songs it could possibly be.
Okay.
I'm going to love it if it's either of them.
Okay. It's getting worse. It's getting further away.
It's getting so further away.
Oh, play it?
And yeah, look we're gonna have a good soundtrack for this fucking. Is it? Hang on.
This could be it.
No, sorry, wrong song.
Not that song.
It's not. I didn't even think it was this one. That was my fault. It's right here, though.
Man, you don't even know your corn.
I've really let you down here. I'm sorry.
Like Monsanto.
It's this song.
This is it.
It's totally it, right?
No, I want to hear this part.
I know the part you want to hear. Here you go. That's your part, right?
That's my part. Yeah. I was so far off from doing that. Oh, this guy's definitely a better singer than I am. now I know.
Boopy pop bing boop boop. Bing bang boom bonk.
What is hold on, I had some other questions. I've actually wrote some shit down about garbage music that I wanted to know.
We gotta find this chick. Where is
she's
she
in the
now?
corner, right? Oh no, she's not. She disappeared. She ran on us.
Oh, this girl's getting undressed again, Ari. And we're not leaving this roof.
She's getting undressed again?
Oh, she's going to, yeah. 100%.
Sex outdoors. The fashion.
But weirdly, I've never seen anybody fucking outdoors, but I've seen a lot of pussy at rock shows. It's pretty cool.
What, they just show their puss?
Some of the girls will go and just wear they'll be wearing like a jean skirt and no panties and just like sitting on the lawn with their fucking legs wide open. Yeah, without a doubt.
Dude, it is frightening to see.
Oh, here she goes. Here she goes. Time to peel back. She got. By the way, if we were any kind of fetishist at all, it's Wayne's roommate. If we were any kind of fetishist at all, how cool this would be right now because she's getting peeled down again, but she put on heels and everything.
And a bra. She put a bra on.
Yeah, she put everything back on so she could take it back
so she
off.
could really see what it's like.
Yeah, but isn't that cool? So we get to watch her peel down from a fucking full business suit.
Just fold it up, put it away, reach back, reaching back.
Oh, skirts next.
I would rather her go skirt first and then leave the bra and panties on.
Oh, yeah.
Also, if she could fall backwards towards the bed.
Bra's coming off.
Can't see her hands. I think the bra is up. I think she put the bra away.
Yeah, that's tomorrow's bra, dude.
That's tomorrow's bra.
She's in a thinking pose. I can tell by her one butt cheek higher than her other butt cheek. That's the only way you could tell. It's going to be something good.
She's got like a welt on her right cheek.
Nah, dude, that's just a round butt.
Looks like she got... Did
you get super hearing with that fight? And boom. Tits back out, dude. Oh. Yeah. Take a load off.
Yeah.
Let's go over here. She's getting on her phone. It's time to blast, dude.
You think she's going to go porn?
I do think she's going to blast in front of her window.
Think she's going to get some porn on her phone?
I do.
Oh, my God. Wouldn't she take off the panties, or do you do it panties on?
She might just dig the hands on the panties.
Christine, do you do panties on? Is that like a normal thing?
Depends.
Really? You go panties almost?
No. So you can reach around them and feel like some guy's getting in at you?
Do you go in them, or do you work on the outside of them?
In. Yeah.
What's the point? Why don't you just take your panties off?
Yeah, why don't you just take your panties off?
Laziness.
I guess that's true. Sometimes I jerk off, just pull my underwear down a little bit. If I do it in a hotel bed, I don't take them off.
You ever just take the dick out of the dick hole? And then do that,
No,
and when you're done,
jerk
just go,
off?
whoop, and so you can get the balls out too that way. Really play with them. Try it.
Yeah, no, I get
Try
my
it.
balls a
Thank you
good work
later.
over. I shave my balls down so they're sensitive. She's looking for something to jerk to.
By the way, Jay, how excited are you for your special this Friday night?
Dude, so fucking excited. I can't wait. And I owe you so much of that, buddy.
Yeah, like 20 grand.
Like, I owe you 20 grand.
Calling it in now.
Hey, bro, I'm a little light this month. Can you throw 20 grand?
Bought me for like a couple of years, just the apartment rent and
Here's what
shit.
she's doing. She's seeing if she wants to go to some new porn, but she's going to go to her old faithfuls.
What, she has favorites?
I'm sure of it. Because she wants to just get this one out quick.
She's getting open tabs. Yeah, treat yourself. You had a tough day. You got your best suit picked out for tomorrow.
All right.
Treat yourself.
Left hand. She's thinking about it. She X'd out of that.
She is only going one-handed now, which seems weird. Unless she's tired. The hand.
No, both hands are on the phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's on the bottom. The left hand I can't see that well.
But I'm telling you, she's going for it, dude. This chick's night's not over.
I'm just going up different apps. That's Uber?
She's looking at texts now.
Why is she raising her head?
Arm behind the head's not a good. Unless the other hand's going right for puss.
Nah, she's just fucking around. She's on Snapchat.
No. Yeah, for a second.
Well, hopefully some dude sends her something.
She's doing her nightlies.
She can replay it. She's doing her nightlies.
She's going through her nightlies. And she's going to blast one out, dude. I feel it. I've been right so far with this one.
You have. You have.
Did I say 100% she was going to peel all that back down?
Uh-huh, she did.
Oh. This could be a picture. This could be she's taking an ass shot for somebody.
No.
She's pushing.
She is taking pictures of herself.
Maybe. Is that what's happening? Yeah.
Yeah,
that was.
Different
That was a
pose.
picture.
She looks at it. She's like, I like it like this.
And now send.
What's on me?
God only knows.
Yeah, she's another one.
She didn't like the way that
Wasn't
one came
happy
out.
with it. Was not happy.
She's thin too. That's a rough angle for a girl who's not thin right there.
She's not that thin.
She's folding herself up. No?
She's New York thin.
Is that a thing, you think? Really?
Dude, that she would be embarrassed to go out in L.A.
You really put a lot of pressure on those LA people.
I don't.
Is that why you're saying Christine was sent to New York?
She was
sent away because she's not 110 pounds?
Banished from the West Coast.
You
called it Redondo worthy.
All right, something weird's going on. She's sitting up. She's very jittery.
She might be taking boob pictures.
She's very jittery. She's going to do something.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be home alone. Dude, how sick would we have to be to go over there and just knock on the door and be like, hi, I just want to introduce myself.
It's time to get this dude.
Oh my God.
Dude.
Full box.
That means when she turns around, we're going to get full box, dude.
Oh my God.
Isn't it exhilarating?
Oh my God.
People don't get it. Anyone who doesn't get it's never seen this happen.
We did it, man.
It's so exhilarating, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's going to turn around, Ari, and we're going to see her pussy.
She teased us and teased us and teased us, and then boom.
When she walks back, we're going to see full box.
How often do you come up here?
So,
Box?
Oh, you know what, dude? It's shower time.
She's here.
Oh. It's shower time, though. Yep.
Yeah, she's in there.
God damn it. Well, we're going to see her get out of the shower. That's the good news.
What?
She's going to dry off and all that shit.
The girl down below.
No. The showers were... Oh, get back over here, Ari.
Follow her.
Full box time.
Oh, she's getting a towel from the middle?
No, she didn't get in the shower at all.
She went to the bathroom.
She went to the bathroom, yeah, but she came out of the bathroom.
She's in the middle. You stay there. You stay there.
Okay.
I'm going over here. I'll tell you. Scout it out.
I feel like it's going to happen on your side. Oh, no, here.
Oh, yeah.
She's back big. Oh, yes! Full pussy out. She's going to play with herself, dude. This is going to be so great.
Video for somebody. You think she's going to make a video for somebody?
It's possible, dude. It's very possible.
We're the Sony hack.
This is a live Sony hack.
Live Sony. We're here at a live Sony hack, everyone.
How great was that, dude? Now she's butt ass naked.
Maybe I'll call this episode Live Sony Hack.
Yeah, that's what it should be called. Parentheses, garbage music. Christine, give me another cigarette, goddammit.
How much smoking is there at these garbage bands' place? Concerts?
Tons. Even when
like
it's
that'd be
inside,
fine.
they don't give a shit. They just go for it.
Really?
I don't do that. I'm very embarrassed to be thrown out of places. That's why I love that story you told me. You said that Dice would just go and just light up a cigarette in a mall, and and you're like, "What are you doing, dude? That's crazy." And then they come over and tell him to put it out, and he's like, "See, I smoked half a cigarette." I admire that fucking.
You smoked none of it.
I admire that sack, dude.
You'd be too. What's she doing? Just thinking.
She's wondering which dildo should I use, Biggie?
Oh yeah, she's looking at the wardrobe.
The Big Daddy?
Nah, today's a Monday, right?
Dude, if we watch this chick fucking masturbate, it's gonna. That's a. You're my only best friend then.
That's his blood brothers.
We shared that. We might as well cut our fucking dicks with tuna cans and touch them together.
Yeah. What? Oh, good. Those
back up.
pretty good. Yeah, I wish we could go lower, drill holes in this wall.
If we were in Wayne's bedroom right now, we'd probably see this all much better even, but
Wayne's into watching this stuff too?
no, he's
doesn't
gay.
care.
He doesn't care. He's probably closed his curtains because he's offended by her sniz.
Ugh.
Oh my God, look at that, dude. You're right, though, by the way. She's not crazy thin.
No, she's got that middle section. It's a gut.
She's got that little pouch,
It's like
for
a
sure.
little bigger than mine.
Yeah, you know what? Wayne's right. Her ass isn't fantastic.
No. Actually, now I look at it more, she kind of looks like
Bad
an
side
art
view.
painting.
Bad side view.
Yeah.
But I will watch her blast off.
Here's the thing about New York. That girl looked great in clothes.
She looked pretty good. You take her home from a bar in a heartbeat.
For sure. For sure. I would take her to a bar, to be honest.
Yeah, you know what?
But
You
out
know,
of
even
clothes,
see-
it's like,
right. She's
the
doing,
fuck you
she's
do-
doing skirt, no fucking
Skirt, no
panties
underwear.
now.
Let's see what that looks like.
I love this girl. I'm invested.
It's gripping.
It really is.
TNT knows drama.
This is like an episode of the Medium.
Yeah. So this is your first hour special, Jay? You've done a CD before? How long was the CD?
It'll be my third CD.
Third CD? So how many hours have you done?
I guess 3 technically. An all crowd work one,
All
my
cr-
first
oh,
one
yeah.
ever, and then this one will be the third.
And then how long was the CD? CD was a full-length CD, right? It wasn't like one of those 30
55 minutes?
Yeah, it's full-length.
No, I'd
never-
always
You did a half hour, or was it a half hour, and the CD was like
half
same
hour
thing?
special. Nope,
Different material.
different material. Yeah.
All right, you got a nice little legacy now. It's 2.5 hours.
I
of material.
overlap. I overlap just because it became bits. I overlap a little bit. Crowd work, a couple of things, 1 or 2 things on crowd work became bits that are much longer form that are on this special.
Okay.
But I don't think anyone's going to mind that because it's
Probably not.
It's very expanded.
Also cool to see how it would start that way from crowd work.
But my concern always with doing like any late night shows or something. You know, I watch Bargatze, who's a brilliant fucking comic and writes at a frantic pace. I mean, he writes so much and he's so good at it. But at the same time,
Yeah.
he has a lot of overlap on his stuff, and like,
Really?
it's inconsequential. He's right, I'm wrong. Do you know what I mean? He's right, I'm wrong on that. But like for
I'm
me,
not sure. What do you mean he overlaps? Where does he overlap?
He's overlapped his specials. And,
So like Tonight shows?
and yeah, it doesn't matter. He's right and I'm
It's
wrong.
weird
But
because you don't
it
wanna
bothers me for because I
you don't
feel
want to just give it up for a Tonight Show set, but at the same time, you're like, if my fans are tuning in, they've seen it already.
yeah.
You know? You can't say an all-new episode or something. I asked Burr about that once. He said that if it's a small part of a way bigger bit, then he'll keep doing it. But if
Yeah.
it's the entire bit,
Yeah, you
he's
gotta
like,
walk.
well, I'm done with it. My fans saw it.
I'm trying to really get to do all crowd work in these 3 or 4 new things I have on the road, and do 80% crowd work because
They're
just
gonna
that.
see
I'm just like here she's back naked again. My special's coming out. I don't want people to be like heard it all. You know what I mean? I want to
Oh,
hear.
yeah, it's hard.
So I'm
You
going.
got
I'm
like
going
a few months. You got a few months to come up with enough of a backbone of stuff, where it's like, all right, 30 minutes that are pretty good.
It's the only luck. It's the real luck. And by the way, I've never
Some crowd
felt.
work.
And the special is such a big deal to me, especially that it really is like I'm very. I don't have them. I'm very. There it is. I'm very.
Yeah, there it is.
It's the first time I've ever felt the actual pressure. Like, oh, you can't. Because here's the thing: I do so much crowd work in my sets on the road that I do jokes from my first album. I do jokes that have never been on anything because I forgot about them until that. You know what I
And
mean?
then
I'm
just
so
pop in your head.
disorganized comedically.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. Hundreds of thousands of people will see it.
Right.
So like,
so I'm saying, so with that, I feel the first time I feel the pressure, I'm like, I gotta lay off those jokes. Definitely as any kind of closers or anything. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'd lay off them completely.
Huh?
I'd lay off them completely. Like in town, don't touch them at all, and then on the road.
I rarely do my bits in town. I almost rarely do my bits in town. I get them working good.
In the shower for sure.
Dude, this is going so
that
great.
Looks
dude.
great.
This is
shower,
so great.
Dude, the shower looked like that, where you could see the
silhouette. Oh yeah, the whole time.
Silhouette. Yeah, that's what it's called.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. They have that as a word.
But whatchamacallit, yeah, that's I really do. Yeah, no, in the city, dude, I do jokes about. I'll do them like if I'm in town, like 2 weekends.
Yeah.
And a couple weeks.
I've seen you though. I've seen you do stories. That's where I'll be like, hey, come do that for my thing.
Well, that kind of comes up organically usually.
Yeah,
in a
you're
story.
right.
I'm saying bits wise, like actual like bits. If I have
why do you only do crowd work?
That's how I write.
Oh, right.
I can't. Dude, anytime I swear to you, anytime I've sat down and wrote something, I get something later. It's like I can have a thing like that.
Talk to the crowd until they get you going.
It's just I think I'm a much more unique thinker than I am writer, even though I know they're one and the same to some degree. But when I sit down, I'm like, I want to have something. So you're like, what's the thing? It's like, oh, that weird thing happened to me on the subway the other day, and then you're just writing a fucking subway joke.
Right.
I'd rather talk to someone. Someone's eventually going to say, I live in blah blah blah. How do you get here? Like, do you take a fucking subway from that far out this time of night? And when they go, yeah, I'd go, oh man, I don't like. And then I go, oh yeah, man, I can't. I went on a subway recently, and blah 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 happened. And if it works, great. Then it's material.
Right.
I'll try it the next couple shows.
But you're not trying to write. I get it.
But when I write, here's the thing. And then
cool.
I try. And I don't know if it's like it's probably not very PC. Well, PC is the wrong word, but like it's probably something to brag about so much. But like, and then what's kind of fun to do is like I do the joke and then changing your state of mind while doing the joke. Whether I had a few drinks or trying it one time like super stoned. Tags develop on it, you know what I mean? Then telling it another time like stone sober and just seeing if like that my clear mind draws something else on it. You know, I used to have that when I would try to write jokes quick for those like, you know, I love the 1880, those talking head shows we all do.
You all do.
Yeah, you don't do them?
I never got the chance.
I did a bunch. Well, they don't really do them in L.A. Yeah. They're very
no, they did some
shows, do they?
Remember Tasha had some?
But those talking head shows, I would do those and you have to write jokes quick for them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. VH1.
And I would be like, I'd write like, you know, let's just say it's like 15 people you have to write jokes about. I'd write 15 jokes, like a joke per person. Then I'd be like, man, I'm just fucking lost. And then I'd smoke weed. I'd smoke weed and I would fucking like bang out like 3 more per person. And then I'd walk away from it and then I'd come back maybe later and fucking do a few more. You know what I mean? A little sober or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I actually called Metzger one time because I was a little worried because he's such a writer, you know. I was like, dude, is it bad? I feel like I'm like relying on weed to do the writing. He's like, no, you're not. You had jokes before you smoked weed. He's like, it's just getting a different perspective. Smoking weed is the equivalent, and going back to a project is like the equivalent of calling somebody else who's not you as a comic and being, no, really, and being like, and so I was saying like, hey, Ari, I got this bit about, I mean, well, here's the thing. Kurt does that to me all the time. I think it's such a nod to Kurt, by the way, because he calls me often and asks me to help him with a punchline or runs things by me, asks me for help with them. I don't do that to him at all, and I think he's, 100 times better writer than me.
He's such a good writer.
I just think I like that Kurtz knows his premises and his things are so good. It doesn't. He's willing to take advice. You know what I mean? He knows that I'm like if he throws me an alley-oop, he trusts that I can dunk, and he's like, I'm looking for a dunk. He doesn't mind getting the assist and just like doing the joke.
Yeah, but that's a good way to put it. Okay, go.
Yeah, he's like, how do I say? He'll come to me and goes, how do I say this in the funniest terms?
Yeah,
and I give him words, and he uses them sometimes he doesn't.
His thing too is like he's like, I'm gonna get my point down, so I just want to say
it's right, yeah, because he writes from a place, from a point of view, so it's he's so good.
Dude, nobody's better at starting off a crowd, and the crowd's like, wait, what are you going into right now? And then just acting like he doesn't know what he's saying, and then they suddenly start laughing in spots.
So great, man. That thing, he used to do that joke about the African store in his neighborhood. God, I love that so much. He go, for all of your African supplies. He just acts like going there. He's like, I need a machete with hair and blood on it. He's like, I need an army uniform for a 5-year-old. He goes, a sharp stone for circumcising my daughter, and the crowd would always go like, oh, you know, they get that, And then he goes, I know. I'm sorry. This next one's not quite as bad. And I just go, a large AIDS? Just like the term a large AIDS is so simplistically hilarious. That's why, how do you argue he's not a genius with that? He just calms the crowd, then he goes,
The way he says
a large AIDS?
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I know. This one, I promise you. This one's not as bad. This is going to redeem everything and make it all better. And the thing is, like, that's not like... He's not a road hack. He doesn't know. He knows he's phoning that in. He knows, and that's almost the point. When the crowd knows
San Diego,
the crowd knows you're phoning it in.
Yeah,
and that your next thing is going to be harsher.
But it's obvious.
And I know
he's clearly telling them.
But what's amazing about that is, like, in order for that to murder that next thing does have to be beast. Yeah. Because you are doing it. Here's the thing: if you go, it's like, I'm sorry, I'll back off that joke, and maybe some people believe you're backing off the joke. Like Kurt's doing, he's like, I know, that's bad, that's tough to, it's tough, yeah. and then like the next one's gonna be better, I promise, and it's not, and it wasn't, and then that's how good it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's
most of them are expecting something worse, and you're still giving it more than that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like you're actually hitting something that's even like worse than they thought. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful fucking writing.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's so. It's from that. There's no way that could.
He thinks so different. Nice. I mean, it comes along with like he's like a bizarre dude. Do you know what I mean? Like he's a bizarre like guy.
He's on Facebook all the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's also just a bizarre like get his thoughts, get his idea. He's a fucking bizarre dude, but he's a fucking great dude, and he's my oldest friend in comedy. Really, him and Kev. So it's like he really is. He's such a rare talent. That's a weird thing, man. When you start with someone like that, and you guys are like two of the dudes that hang out together
from Philadelphia.
It's Jesus. It's so rare that like.
You both
those people get a rhythm going, like a real thing. I mean, I know people know each other and everybody kind of finds their mark. So, but I'm saying, like, me and Kirk came out of such a weird circumstance, like this black club in Philly, the two white guys. Like, for the fact that we both have some shit going on at all, it's pretty great, man.
It is kind of weird like that, huh? Some people that have survived, like, how are we both still in this?
She's putting on a shirt. If she puts on panties, it's almost like saying, like, the podcast is over. Like, she's shutting it off on us. But she might like to blast off in a fucking shirt.
In clothes. Maybe if she puts a muzzle on her mouth, then we know something's going to happen.
She bites a piece of wood. It's a short shirt.
So your special's on this Friday, midnight East Coast, 11 Central, 10 Mountain.
10 Mountain?
9 Western on some things?
It'll be, out in Pacific, it'll be...
Midnight again.
9. Oh,
9.
But yeah, they show... And the panties are on... Ew, same panties.
Same panties from the day?
Ew.
She showered and put the same panties on?
Christine just laughed, which makes me think she does that a bunch. I'm grossed out by her.
The same panties. What is she doing?
Oh my God, with the work clothes already. Enough. Oh my God, with the work clothes.
She keeps that's the fucking
she wants this fucking dress
activity.
I mean, it is
just like trying on clothes for an hour.
Isn't a part of you almost like this chick's bonkers?
Yeah.
She's dressed up fully 4 times since we've been here, and been fully naked.
Well, the people behind us have had like 4 orgies already.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's been sucking them off for fucking an hour and a half.
Into the window.
Just a real piece of garbage. Yeah, man, and I thank you again, Ari. You were a big part of me getting back on Comedy Central's radar. You know about that in your own career too, like. They will at some point be like, it didn't happen in those first 8 years for you, so
that's going to stop. We're just not one of our guys.
And they really kind of check out, and it's a real testament. You put me on with a...
Yeah, you can't even get them to see you at some point.
You put him with you put me with our agent, it was now my agent, who's your agent also, Justin,
yeah,
who really like, I mean, when that happened, I mean, I had almost barely any web content. You yelled that at me.
Once or twice, probably.
And I had no web content, and I had fucking $400 in my bank account as a 30-some-year-old man, 33-year-old guy, and you fucking you helped fix that, which is pretty fucking great. I know I always suck your dick for that, buddy. You fought for me to be on. I was the only New York comic on that show.
Oh yeah,
twice. And you made them fly me out. They had no interest. Dude, the way they looked at me was such a fucking, like, you better do something good because this guy really fucking gambled on you hard.
Yeah, dude, it's so frightening when you do, like, please, I'm telling you.
Just
please.
Nail it, please.
And it's like, I'm not sure. It's like, I know you don't know them, but they're really, and they're like, all right. And you're like, please don't bomb.
Yeah. You get that point where so whenever you put somebody onto Aaron Berg tonight asked me if I'd be a second recommendation for The Cellar because Jessica Kirsten's going to do it. And I was like, sure. And I do mean that, but you are just like, it's like, sure, but man, please go murder. Please go in there and just do. I don't care if you hack off.
That's almost like, I don't mind you asking if I know you're going to murder. But that story was so great. And the other one.
Oh, she's back to fucking the panties again. Leave this stupid T-shirt off. Holy shit, this dumb outfit.
And then you got a podcast.
Legion of Skanks.
Yeah, you started doing that.
SDR show, both on the Gas Digital Network
Then you
now.
started on the road more, right?
Tons more.
Road more?
Yeah.
By the way,
and
Tony Central did not fly you out there. I flew you out there.
Oh.
But
you told me they did. You want to make me feel bad about myself.
Yeah, but now it's okay. I don't mind. You know now.
What the fuck? Now she's just putting on a fucking prom dress.
Full clothing?
No, but it's she's going to get naked again. I'll watch this chick till the sun comes up. I'm only not going to do it because I'm super fucking hungry.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so hungry.
All right. What do you... Okay, let's one thing on topic, and then we can wrap it up.
Okay.
What's the good version of that, of what I think is garbage music, and what's the bad version of what I think is garbage music to you? Like, to me, the best of that is System of a Down. They have at least some interesting, like, influence of those garbage people. But
sure, yeah, they're great. The best of it, and like for real, just like musicianship and everything.
Yeah, or like this is
Slipknot.
You would tell people Slipknot.
Slipknot's an amazing band, man. There's a 9-piece, 8-piece now. I guess the guy died, but they're an 8-piece band, and they just always really make it. They are legitimately, for whatever the music is, they are a super group of the now Iowa is a place where you assume the guys that are good at their instruments are going to be good in rock and roll because it's a fucking bumfuck hillbilly place, you know what I mean? Iowa.
Yeah.
And they are a super group. That's why there's 9 of them. It's a super group of all the best musicians and best singer.
What, from other bands?
In Iowa. Yes, they were all from other bands.
Oh, really?
In fact, a lot of them still have perpetuated some of their other bands.
So they made like a Best of Iowa band?
And it became Slipknot. And Slipknot is their high energy performance, their high level entertainment. They put on a major stage show too with all the stuff. You know, everything's the drums are on hydraulics and they go up and they all wear the masks and the whole thing's a production. Yeah, it's a huge show. They're great and musically they're fucking fantastic. The worst of the ones you say, it's like to me, it's like.
Give me another best ones too. Not just the best, but like who are the
Rob Zombie. I'm saying Rob Zombie is another thing of like that kind of music. And then the worst of it. Yeah, it's like a weird question because like
where do you put Perfect Circle?
They're a great band, man. Super talented band. Again, like he just like that guy is like no matter how you toss or turn it. If you listen to a Tool album or Perfect Circle, that's an interesting motherfucker, man. That dude's
a lot more piano than I would think.
Yeah, keyboard, piano, ambient rock, dude. You would like the Deftones a lot.
Yeah, Deftones is like borderline band. They go both ways.
Yeah, they're ambient. It's something you can like smoke weed to and mellow to it. Even the songs that have screaming in them, it's like you're just like it just got the right vibe of that.
The look of Perfect Circle was really interesting.
It was great. Yeah. It's all purple lights, and he doesn't come to the front of the stage. Tool puts on a major stage show, even though it doesn't feature the performers. It's like all the screens and the lights.
Oh, really?
Like it's a whole well thought out thing by like a major special effects
artist. That's how Muse is. They get surrounded by TV screens. But they just keep playing guitar. And
I just watched them on the same concert today.
Really?
I don't love their music. I like them. I don't love them, but their show was pretty great looking. Yeah, I would have been into watching that. Scratch your tit. Put your stupid thing on again. And the worst though.
Yeah.
Is a band like. I mean, to me, I would say it's a band like heartless music, like fucking. Like bubblegum rock, like Sum 41, shit like that.
Sum 41 is barely that type of garbage music. To me, that's like surf pop. That's like shitty surf pop. It's what Blink 182 does, but they do it way worse than Blink, which is not that style of music that I'm talking about.
Okay, she's going into bed now. Must be the blast off. This could be it, dude. She's shutting down for the night. If she turns off the light in her room, it's a wash. But I'll tell you what, if she turns off the light in her room, we're gonna give her applause because she's shutting down the show, but she gave us plenty.
Yeah.
Sum 41's not that kind of music. The worst of that kind of music. of garbage music. And good night.
Just got the phone.
Oh, yeah. No, she's going to blast off still, dude, but it's just going to be in the dark.
You think girls do it like every night before they go to sleep like guys do it?
I bet a single woman...
Do you do it every night before you go to sleep?
When I'm on the road, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Me?
Yeah.
I plan to. What's happened lately is I think Age just said in like
just fall asleep.
2 nights in fucking 2 nights in Jacksonville last weekend. I did the second night basically to stay awake. The first night I planned on it and I really was like, let me roll over and knock one out real quick, put on some porn, and I was just watching Netflix and I was like, I'm just too tired to even give a shit. Like I'd be forcing myself to do it now.
Right.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I think one of the saddest things, I do it with a sock. I turn it inside out, and I'll do it on that. I'll wrap it all the way around. No spillage.
Wrap it around when you come. That's just just when you come.
The whole time. Just like jerk.
You beat with the sock?
Yeah, the sock like guts me on all sides.
That sounds like it's rough.
You do it real soft. That's why I turn it inside out, because the inside is rougher than the outside. Outside is smooth. You got to do it light. Anyway, one of the saddest things I have is when I wake up and I see a right side out sock still in my bed. Like, oh, I didn't even have I brought it to the bed, and it didn't have the time to turn it out and jerk off. When did I fall asleep?
I've had pure exhaustion where I've gone to the porn site. I've been like jerking off.
Yeah.
And then it's been like, I'm more tired than I am ready to come. And I've literally just like laid there and like fucking. I've fallen asleep a lot with just like a wet dick full of jizz and like all over my bush and just fucking nodding off.
Let it harden.
I'll tell you what I've taken to a lot though lately.
What?
In hotels if I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Sleeping naked.
Oh, right out of the shower.
I don't take a shower at night.
Sleeping naked.
Just sleeping naked. Just getting it cold in the room and sleeping naked.
Yeah, I'm into it. That sounds good. I'll try that.
I'm telling you, it's going to change things for you. Sleeping naked. It's very comfortable. I don't do it at home. I don't do it if Christine's in a row with me.
I'll sleep naked if I take a shower and then for whatever reason in the afternoon or something or night, and then it's like, yeah, well, I'll get dressed.
I'm telling you, nighttime. Here's the thing. I notice a lot. Like, I sleep in basketball shorts sometimes.
Yeah, after sex I'll sleep naked.
Yeah, I sleep in underwear sometimes or basketball shorts. Basketball shorts are comfortable. Here's what happens: like as you move in the night, they do just the waistband just shifts a bunch.
Yeah,
and you can wake up in the seams like over here, and it's just weird, just enough that you have to kind of like think for any 2 seconds. You have to kind of adjust something.
Yeah,
sleeping naked, dude. There's nothing to adjust. You wake up with a boner. It's great.
Just humping the bed.
Yeah, just air humping the bed. This girl gave us.
Yeah, she really was.
I'm gonna applaud her. Christine, applaud. That was fucking. I wonder if she'll hear us. At Big Jay Oakerson. You can catch me at
this Friday night. That's the important
Pittsburgh
thing.
Improv. All my tickets go to Big J Comedy.
Tell a bunch of your friends. Big J is one of the best comics in the country.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
That special was amazing. It was so fun. I'm glad I came back from Vancouver with a broken leg.
You had a broken leg.
Broken leg.
I pumped you today. I tell you on the Comedy Central Takeover.
What's the Comedy Central Takeover?
Where I pick my favorite comics to play their bits for an hour the day of my special.
Oh, really?
They're going to air it a bunch.
Thanks. Yeah, that's cool.
You're one of the comics, and I had to give a little reason and speech why.
Do you have to say this? Do you have to say the bits, or do you be like, oh no, just like play something by Nate Bargatze?
Yeah, they play a random bit. Yeah, I did you, Joe List, Soder, Kurt, and Patrice. Oh, really? And if I'm going to have on camera for the record, I would have done David Lewis in a heartbeat. I was thinking to do David Lewis, but they don't have Comedy Central. You need Comedy Central material.
Oh, that's the worst. When you're like, oh, play some Kinnison. They're like, I don't know, we don't have that. I'm like, what? Oh, all right, play my Sam Tripoli. And they're like, it's on our database. I'm like, no, I know. Just go download it.
Yeah, I was given the burn. Christine's mouthing the words Attell. Everyone knows Attell. I was trying to give some burn to people who aren't Attell level.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. It's always
Dave Attell has been such a huge thing in my career, obviously. I sound just like him.
Sounds so together. When I first saw you stand up in New York, I remember closing my eyes and going, wow. And then opening them again, like listening.
I was just on the road with him constantly.
Yeah. But I mean the vocal patterns.
Sure, yeah.
That deepish, like, I guess it's like.
Oh, I'm still so influenced by it without that, but you make it your own thing.
I mean, you do an impression of him.
I never did, never on purpose. But
I'm saying your voice is so much like his. They're like, oh, you guys just sound like me and my friend David Taylor. We're on the phone. People mistake us.
Oh yeah, me, him, and Kurt too. Some people hear me and Kurt.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Long Island, Philly connection.
Philly garbage.
It's garbage. It's garbage. Is what it is.
All right.
Let's go Eagles.
Jay, yeah.
Go Eagles.
Yeah.
Boo those Cowboys.
Thanks, man. Okay, wait, one more thing. Say where you're going to be, because people can see you. Because you're going to be doing the new hour. But
Yes, I'll be doing a bunch of new stuff.
This is out this Monday, this coming Monday, a week from today.
Perfect. I just got back from Miami. It was great.
Just got back from
Thanks,
Bonnaroo.
Ari
I saw Pearl
Shaffir.
Jam. By the way, the reason, full circle it a little bit, the reason Mumford & Sons was so good, and I'm like, I'll see them because they're a major band like that. That's how I feel about Pearl Jam, where I never really got so into them, but I'm like, I guarantee I'll love it.
It's a big show.
Probably.
They're a big
rock
awesome band.
stars.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. I will be at the Pittsburgh Improv June 23rd to the 26th. Some other fun things coming up. Zany's Chicago, July 14th and 15th. Downtown.
Nice.
And
I'll be there in October.
And July 16th at the
Rosemont.
venue. Then I go to the Just for Laughs Festival.
I'll be there too.
And then in August, the 25th, 26th, 27th, I will be at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte.
Okay. Very nice.
Thanks,
I'll be in
buddy.
Scotland. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. That was fun. Always fun.
Always love you.
It's like staring in the windows.
Hell yeah, I can't believe we saw all that. That was fucking awesome.
After the letdown of earlier. Yeah. All right. Cool. Thanks.
That's the episode, you guys. Don't forget, Seattle, June 21st. It's Tuesday night at the Crocodile. Get tickets at arithegreat.com. Los Angeles, June 23rd, Thursday, at the Comedy Store. Get tickets at arishafir.com. You can also get tickets for my later dates, like Dublin, the beginning of August, Edinburgh for all of August. Start spreading the word for Scotland. Anybody you know is going to the festival, tell them they got to come see me. Tell them 6:30 at the Hive. Get tickets at arithegreat.com. It's £5 now, or you can get tickets at the door and pay what you want. But yeah, I guess do what you want. If it's not sold out. All right. And see Big J special this Friday night. Set your DVRs so you don't forget. That's what everybody's going to watch on DVR anyway, so set your DVRs so you don't fucking miss it. Well, that's it, you guys. Bonnaroo was amazing. I don't know if I'll be able to go back next year. It's 2 years in a row. I mean, who knows? I am going to Osheaga in Montreal and seeing some bands, but it's not a camping festival. Camping festivals are different. It's not that same feeling of togetherness. I mean, the big band ends, and then everybody goes home at a non-camping festival. At a camping festival, the big band ends, and then everybody leaves and goes to watch more music other places. In the pods, so me and Renazizi are in the pods, okay? Finished our mushrooms, finished watching Grateful Dead, stood there for a while. Some lady, we're just standing there, kind of like looking at the band. There's no way the band can end. By the way, whoever one of the last members of the band, Phil Lesh or Steve Oldstein, finishes a song, a 28-minute song, and then he goes, he starts talking about Orlando. Orlando happened the night, before. After Pearl Jam got off, by the way. That was not their reason. They were bad. And so he mentions it, but he mentions it right at the very end of his set, says something about how some governor or congressman or senator in Georgia said, like, he quoted the Bible in response and said, you reap what you sow. And he goes, we got to get these assholes out of here. So everybody vote, register to vote, and vote. Let's get these assholes out of here. And they go take a break, which they had done before already. And then they just never came back. What a fucking weird way to end a festival. Yeah, it was the last band of the festival, too. Definitely the weird way to end the set. So anyway, me and Steve were standing there, still tripping. We're still in waves. We had taken more mushrooms. From a guy in Baltimore. And some lady comes by. She goes, you know, the party's not over, right? I'm like, excuse me, lady? The party's not over. Go down to Pod 4, Shakedown Street. It goes all night. When they corral us out of here, it goes all night. And then she just flew off. And she turns around at like 20 paces off. Trust me. And she just flies away. And we're like, that was weird as shit. But then we're both like, but we should trust her though, right? I mean, we're still tripping on mushrooms. Mushrooms comes in waves. It goes up and down and up and down. In an upward spiral, up, down, all the way going up, and then downward, up, down, until it's all the way down. So you think like, okay, I think I'm back now. I'm done tripping. You're like, nah, you might still be going up. You're just back for a breather. It's like in between reps and working out. So I've heard. So anyway, so we're like, oh, let's go over there. So we start like, we're going to the tents anyway. Let's go see the tents. Steve hadn't seen the tent city, you know. Last time he went, he was with the league, and they took him around in golf carts everywhere. Not the same. Little annoying when you were trying to trip and you could hear people going, oh, that's the guy from the league. You know that brings us out of it. Just brings you out of it. You're trying to like lose yourself in your thoughts. You hear somebody going, I heard probably once or twice, oh, hey Ari, and you just gotta come out. It's just not the best for tripping. And you kind of have to start from scratch every time to get to that real deep thought place. Anyway, whatever. White people problems. Although, it's a major problem for white people who are celebrities like Steve. How do you trip in a music festival? Have nobody say anything to you. Anyway, so we go find Pod 3. Turns out it's Pod 4. I mean, it is Pod 3 and not Pod 4. Anyway, we go out to right where the arch is to go into Tent City. We're like, I guess we'll do this, right? Pod 4? Let's go check it out. And I found a balloon. I found a little balloon there with face on. And as I turned and bent down to pick up the balloon with a happy face on, the lady was there 10 minutes later. She goes, hey. We look up like, what, lady? She goes, trust me. Shakedown Street. Ask people. We're like, yeah, listen to me. I do trust you. I'm headed there. Turns out we shouldn't have trusted her because she was in Pod 3. It's actually Pod 4 is what we were looking for. Or vice versa. Now I forget. No, Pod 3 is where it was. She told us Pod 4 because that's where she was staying. So we went to Pod 3. We were just wandering around there on our way to Pod 4. Came across Shakedown Street, I guess. It's the best place to be on mushrooms. Oh, my God. Freaks are everywhere. It's like a street version of that cantina in Star Wars. You know? In the first one. When they're on Tatooine or whatever. Is that the right country? I don't know. Planet. Like stuff's being sold. Like people, drugs are everywhere. There's a couple like bands playing. And then we were staring at some band. There was this like lightning bolt like screen above this EDM band. And they started playing. And we got lost in what was on the screen. Just staring at it. Then we looked at each other like, what are you looking at? And we're like, yeah, right. Okay. Dude, when you get on the same wavelength as somebody on mushrooms, you don't have to communicate with words. You can say a couple words to get you started, and the rest is just done telepathically. I know that seems stupid. And it won't happen always. But when you are on the same amount of mushrooms, the same dosage, so maybe it's more for some and less for others, but it's the same level of high on mushrooms as another person and on the same mushrooms, you are just there with them. You don't need anything. You don't need words. And we didn't need words. We knew this was the coolest fuck thing. And we're watching the screen for a while, listening to the fucking EDM music and getting into it. You know, not dancing, but just moving a little bit. Some people were dancing up front. We're wallflowering in the back. And then all of a sudden, in the music, you start hearing Joe Rogan's voice. He sampled Joe Rogan from his podcast in this fucking electronic music. This long diatribe he had about doing psychedelics and how if you haven't done psychedelics, you've missed out. You're missing out on an experience in life and how it opens up your mind and it's this long thing. And it's set to this fucking music. And then he slows down Joe's voice and speeds it up and it's all like conveying and wait, I forgot the word. Extolling? That can't be the right word, right? Extolling meaning. Let's see. Praise enthusiastically. Yes, I'll take it. I will take it. He extolled the virtues of the Russian peoples. Yes, yeah, I'm taking it. I got it right. I got the right word. Extolling the virtues of psychedelic drug use while we're on psychedelic drugs. And probably most people in the crowd were on them too. I mean, at this point, it's 2:30 in the morning, 2:30 at night. The last band ended 2.5 hours ago. Everybody's on drugs. Everybody's drunk. They're just walking around enjoying themselves. And you hear fucking my buddy's voice come in. It was so fucking creepy. We looked at each other like, what? That's crazy. I mean, in terms of like reappropriation of art, this was done perfectly. He used someone else's art to make his own art different and better. So the combination of the two of them came together to make a better thing than each one separate. Whew. It was so cool. It was so cool. My buddies in the fucking being used. His words are being used in Shakedown Street in fucking Bonnaroo Sunday night. Anyway, everybody, that's the episode. Don't forget, Seattle and LA. Please come. Seattle was the one city I did not want to miss. It was a market that I was sad that I wasn't going to be able to hit, and I was like, no, we got to get that one done. I added Chicago, Tampa. It's all on the schedule. Go to arithegreat.com/tour if you want to see where else I am. Austin, Texas, October 19th through the 22nd. That will be the end of the road tour. After that, I can get the fuck out of here for a while. And, you know, find myself. But in the meantime, get tickets to all that shit, especially the Comedy Store in LA. If you were there for the Belly Room show, you don't have to see this. It's going to be 75% the same. But if you weren't, it's also going to be better and tighter, the stuff I did do then. Come out. Bring friends. Let me fill it up. Let me fill up the main room. It'd be pretty cool for me. And then I'll add a New York show in September. But I haven't done that yet. So New York, I haven't missed you either. But Seattle and New York were the big ones I wanted to see, and Chicago, and so I'm hitting them all. So everything else I hit for this hour, you know? Portland and Vancouver and San Diego and everywhere. San Francisco, Sacktown, you know, D.C., Baltimore. I hit everything. Hit everything I wanted to. Scotland, London. All right, not London, excuse me, Dublin. Excuse me. So that's it, everybody. For Big Jay Oakerson, who special airs this Friday night at midnight on the East Coast, 11 o'clock Friday night, Central Time. I'm Ari Shaffir saying, don't listen to garbage music. It's terrible. Thank you, squarespace.com/Ari, for sponsoring this podcast. Don't listen to garbage music. Listen to good music. Listen to Arcade Fire. Go to a camping festival. There's got to be one around you. There's some in Missouri. There's some in Florida. Ugh. There's some in other places. Coachella's one. That's done now. They're all over the place. Go to one. Make friends. Make friends. Make memories that'll last your entire life. Take the kind of drugs you need to take. This lady, we ran into her later. So we were like, all right, this is pretty cool. Let's find Shakedown Street. So we're walking. Turns out that was that. And we see her. And Steve's like, that looks like the lady. He's like, no fucking way. She's just sitting on an air mattress outside a fucking yellow Mustang. And we're like, no. We're like, hey. She goes, hey, come over here and drink. She goes, oh, I know you guys. I'm like, yeah, we saw you twice. She's like, did you go to Shakedown Street? Yeah, we did. We're headed there now. She goes, it's over there. Like, oh, then we already found it. We sat and talked to them for a while. Then these other guys came up. That's when we found out about the Jedi flipping. So she went to see the dead 20 years ago. That was the last time she took acid. And then she joined the Navy. Went straight edge for 20 years. Then 20 years later, she's in this fucking campsite, and these 17-year-olds are there, and they go, hey, you want an acid-covered Sour Patch Kid? She goes, how much? They go, $10. She goes, fuck yeah, I want that. That's the thing about psychedelic drugs, too. They're not very expensive. And they last hours and hours and hours. Sorry, I got lost in a memory. What a fun trip, you guys. I had a fun trip. I met some really cool people. That's the thing. People just come together. And people bring drugs. And they're willing to let other people do them. I'm Ari Shaffir. I find drugs for the rest of the comedians. I have to talk them into doing it. And by the way, comedians, will you start fucking trusting me about psychedelics? I will not steer anyone wrong. How long do I have to be on point? How many fucking... I wrote the book on taking mushrooms. If you've never taken mushrooms before, by the way, Shroomfest is July 16th through the 18th, 2016. It'll be different in 2017, but 2016, July 16th through the 18th. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Be a full moon or close to a full moon one of those nights. Anywhere in the world you are is where you're supposed to participate in Shroomfest. I will be doing a show on July 14th at Yuck Yucks in Calgary. Ari Shaffir and friends be hosting. With a bunch of my friends, Matt Edgar, Kathleen McGee, trying to get Bert Kreischer. Everybody tell Bert Kreischer to come do the show. Tell him. Go on Twitter and tell him. Bert, don't worry about losing weight. Worry about getting to Calgary for this fucking Ari Shaffir and friends show. Excited to see Stampede. I forgot about promoting that one. But anyway, get tickets, $25 Canadian dollars. What was I going to say? Oh, these drugs. They're just... whatever I was going to say about them. They last forever. They're great. And they're perfect for music festivals. And people give them to each other. So find yourself a camping festival this summer, you guys. And take a weekend off. And if you can't do Thursday, okay, you can't do Thursday. So head up early Friday morning. Get an RV. Get a campsite. Probably get a campsite. Get yourself a campsite. In the area. Find some friends. Don't try to shut off and don't ever assume someone will be quiet. No one's ever going to be quiet. Get your sleep when you can. You're there to make friends. Be social the entire time. Go on a walk. You going over there? I'll go with you. Person I barely know. And that's how you're going to make friends. That's the way I was in college and high school, where I could just make friends. And at some point in my life, I stopped being able to do that. I shut off. And I put up walls. And those people don't have any walls up. I mean, literally, they don't have any walls up. They have fucking tapestries as their walls. But they don't have any walls around their, like, personalities and their friendships. They're just ready to be cool with everybody. And if people are like, can you please be quiet? They're like, nah, you're going to be friends with us. Find yourself a music festival, a camping festival, and go do it before the summer's over. That's my advice to you. They're fucking great. So, ladies and gentlemen, for Big Jay Oakerson, whose special airs this Friday night on Comedy Central, so proud of him. Really. I mean, you cannot name me 200 comedians that are better than him. You probably can't name me 100. I haven't thought about the actual number. Actually, if I thought about it, he's probably top 50 in the world right now in comedy. That's probably pretty safe. That's probably pretty safe. There's like 30 or 40 in America. So I'm top 50 in America for sure. And we lead the world in stand-up comedy. There's some good ones in the UK, but America leads the world. So for Big Jay Oakerson, for Bonnaroo, I'm Ari Shaffir saying, find yourself a good music festival. You can camp and watch some great tunes and do some crazy fun drugs. Just veg out. I am so fucking relaxed. After 3 days, you just start dancing everywhere. So that's it, everybody. Have a good night. See you next week. Set your DVRs now for Jay's special. Thank you, Bonnaroo. Thank you. I'll see you next year, maybe. Hopefully I'll see you next year. I miss you. I miss Bonnaroo already. I miss it. It was so much fun. Goodbye.
If you got gay friends, tell them you're sorry about that. Sorry about what happened today. You know, it's funny, the lieutenant governor of Texas and a distinguished representative in the House from Georgia, well, that guy last week was reading quotes from the Bible saying about how gay people deserve to die. And today, after the incident down in Florida, the lieutenant governor tweeted that, well, they're going to reap what they sow. Tell you what, I want to ask a question. Is there a difference between that mindset and the mindset of the folks in the Taliban or ISIS? The hatred and intolerance is the same. They may pull it out of different books, but it's the same fucking thing. Register and vote. Get those assholes out of there.